what happened last game.
So on boards. Angry paladin and scared little girl met up with other people and skeletons happened. And then a
annoyed
tree
little
fucked us.
girl.
Scared, annoyed, potato, potato.
A potato girl?
What we have to deal with.
Okay, so yeah, you all met up. You killed some skeletons.
And then we fought some trees. And then we're on our way back to the source of where we think the skeletons came from to investigate. And that's where we left off, I believe.
Yeah.
Some other details. It was revealed to us that our new friends are in possession of a orb of purplish glass.
Yeah, with sort of
transparent material, sort of.
With a bit of an inner glow. And the skeletons had the symbol of Shar on them, if I'm not mistaken.
They
and
did.
We are operating under the assumption that said skeletons are following said orb. And
Yes.
also the half-elf has retreated further into non-memory. And apparently things now that are written about the half-elf are also obfuscated.
Also,
I don't believe the half-elf exists.
We did hear that skeletons were attacking other groups as well, so that may put a hole in our theory, but we're not sure about that yet.
All right.
Why do you guys have that orb?
Because the cultists wanted it, and I don't want the cultists to have it. Because the cultists are assholes and evil.
Fair. That
And
checks
dicks. Don't forget the dicks.
Yeah.
Dicks?
So confused.
So many dicks. Anyways.
You can't say that like that.
Okay, what were we doing?
I don't know. What were we doing?
I believe we were about to enter a cave, leaving
Yes.
a guard
so
behind.
You guys spent the night out in a camp that Camille and Zoe had previously made, a few hours down the mountain from this cave. And morning came, you all made the trek up the mountain, and here you all stand in front of this little mountain cave. You see a wooden cart that's laying on its side near the hole, almost like it was thrown there. You can see where a large chunk of rock has been blasted from above the cavern entrance and now lays in piles of rubble on the ground. It's been spread about. When last you saw this entrance, Camille and Zoe, it was completely blocked. Yet now it stands open. The steps you took to seal it apparently insufficient.
That's not good.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's a perfectly good card thrown there.
I kind of gesture at the cart and look at Camille. Is this your handiwork?
Putting it into the cave and her blasting the rock down was ours.
So it would seem that our objective doesn't lie in the cave anymore, then?
Well,
We're here, I guess we should still explore it?
We still need to check if the source of the water is here.
Fair point.
I mean, we kind of hightailed it out of there without really searching the place for information that the cult might have had about why they wanted the orb. It would seem prudent to check for that as well.
Into the cave, then. Pert, stand guard. Need a detailed description of everything around the mouth of this cave written down.
Already on it.
Pert will do so.
He doesn't even reply. He's already got his book out, sketching things and stuff.
Mumbling things under his breath that we can't hear.
Miss you, Cyrus. Alright, so you all walk into this cave. And you should all see your token on the left-hand side.
Left.
I see darkness.
Where is
Oh my
left?
god, this map is huge.
I might have gone a little overboard.
How many squares is it?
All of them.
Okay.
61 by 66.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
How does... Oh, right, because
I need a light.
So, before you guys go anywhere, 3 of you should be able to see a little bit, and 2 of you should be able to see dick shit.
Ama! I'm not seeing anything.
That's okay.
I hear
see
the
now.
loud thing whining about not being able to see, and I just put light on his staff.
Alright, so light is 20 feet bright and then 20 feet dim after that?
Yep.
Okay. Fire should now emit light.
Yay!
Fancy.
Oh, fancy.
Alright, so now that the light situation is sorted out, you all find yourselves in this relatively small tunnel, maybe 6.5 feet tall, a little wider than that. And it is completely dark up ahead.
I think at 6.5 feet tall, I'm probably forced to hold my weapon out in front of me.
As I say, glaive might not be the smartest
Yeah,
choice of weapon in here.
How
It's
tall is
probably
it?
9 feet long.
How tall is the thing?
The cave or the glaive?
The cave.
Like 6.5 feet.
Dang. I'm.
Let's say you're hunched. You're like
Yeah, I'm very hunched. Dang, this is small.
Alice doesn't seem God damn it.
Wow,
God
we got
damn.
like 2 whole sessions before that happened.
wahoo wah.
Don't
Got
ask.
there.
Zoe seems no problem with this. The roof is nice and tall.
Alice was a
Also-
previous character.
That I kept remaking.
Yeah, the joke is all the Thai's characters are Alice.
Mostly
Even
just
though
because
May
he
came
always
first.
says it.
I don't really want to leave my weapon here at the entrance.
What are
You
you?
could-
What do you have for a weapon?
You do
Why
have
don't
an
you-
ally
As I say,
outside.
we have the.
Right, but if it gets taller further in, I'm just gonna hang on to it for now.
Alright.
For using my memory, does it get taller further in?
Pretty sure it did.
I mean, there were a couple of caverns, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There was the
Okay.
cavern where you found Zoe, and then
Right.
there's...
The cavern where we found the orb.
Yes.
So I'm going to proceed holding my glaive, but also with my shield out. So whenever combat starts, I will have to decide which one to drop.
Okay.
Can you one-hand a glaive?
You
I don't
can.
think you can. No.
You can
Like,
probably
you can carry it one-handed.
Yeah.
You can't fight with it one-handed.
This tunnel sucks. Can we move on?
I'll move up to where I remember the first junction.
Alright.
Where are you going?
I will stay in the light.
While you all move up, I would like everybody to make a perception check.
This tunnel feels familiar to me.
Are you at disadvantage for a reason?
I assumed,
Oh, right, because yeah.
which sucks, because 21 would have been my best perception roll so far.
Why? Because dark vision?
Because it's dark.
Yeah.
You only have 40 feet of vision.
What? Oh, so
Yeah,
I should do it.
Fire, make another roll for me.
Think.
Okay. As you five walk along this cavern and you can hear your footsteps echoing, Amalus, you hear something else echoing that you don't think is the footsteps of your party. And you're pretty sure it's coming from up ahead.
There's something up there.
What?
To the
What?
right or in front of us?
In front. So, like this direction.
This way as opposed to this way.
So, Jamie, how big of a pain in the butt would it be if I said I was lighting torches as we went through?
Yeah, well, you try to the lanterns, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to strike the lantern, it's like, oh, the oil's burned out.
So
So there's no fuel for these lanterns.
Is this Jamie not remembering that I put them out, or did somebody relight
Oh
them?
no, I forgot. You did put them out. So yes, you can relight that lantern. My bad. So
Okay,
fire.
I just was trying to figure out which way I should be leaning here.
No, I just completely forgot. So Fire and Amalus and Rizwin, you see Zoe go over to a little lantern you didn't notice before that has been pythoned into the rock of the tunnel wall and light it. And now there's a little more light.
Is
Oh,
it?
God damn it, Ty. Now I have to...
It's fine. The lights are gone.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. This is why I asked how big of a pain in the butt would it be.
It's a bit of a pain in the butt, honestly.
There should be in the free section or whatever, just like a torch.
There
that you can
is.
put light on it.
But I don't want to have to do that every
So you
friggin'
couldn't
40
assign
feet.
that to a PC
That's
to be able
fair.
to do.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That way you can
I'll
make
do
it.
this one.
You can make it Ty's hassle.
You should be able to copy and paste it once you have the first one set.
Okay.
I think.
There's a torch.
Yeah, torch.
Also, Zoe can do this at ranged.
Cool.
Oh,
But it's
hail
only-
torch.
Yes, all hail torch. Anyways, you still hear things moving up ahead, Amalus.
Why are you going alone?
There's things.
Aren't you
Yes. So get up here.
Yes, sir. Something there.
I
As
drop
you-
quickly, pull out the hand axe.
All right. As you move up closer, you see a group of skeletons standing in front of what looks like the end of a tunnel, and I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Why is it always skeletons?
Hey, I'm happy it's skeletons because I'm using a flail.
Where is initiative?
Why did that not? Right, it didn't click on my token.
How do
And-
you replace digital dice? I don't. This is not.
What?
Look at my initiative.
Oh.
I swear I have rolled single digits on every roll for 3 weeks.
The algorithm hates you.
Yeah.
what you do is you look at a different web browser, and that's how you lift the dice.
Clearly, the answer is you play a game where rolling low is the objective.
What you do is you take a real life dice and you burn it in an altar and blow the smoke over your computer.
You make a potato gun, but instead of potatoes, shoots d20s.
Zoe, you're up first.
Ah! Eldritch Blast, the closest one, red one.
Red one, alright. Let me roll. That misses. It just goes careening off one little piece of its armor that's still left.
No, that's what happens when you're scared and shooting blind.
Would you like to move at all?
No.
Alright.
She's gonna let the walls of beef stay in front.
You mean you two, right?
Yes, the ones who wear heavy armor.
Okay, good.
So
I mean, you can become a wall of beef.
Nah. That ain't my life, yo.
I think that's racist.
skeleton. So
No, he can literally become a wall. He can become a cow, a wall of beef.
the first skeleton is going to rush up to Rizwin and slash at her with her its short sword and just clang right off the armor, I assume.
Oh, yeah. Probably the shield.
Yeah. And the
It's
second
a bit
Clang off
clangy and a
belly.
bit jammy.
going
Armor.
to do the same thing.
That is my AC.
Alright, so that does hit. And third skeleton is going to pull out a bow and going to attack Kamale.
Ring it. It brought it.
I see something that isn't a zomboid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that.
Amalus, it's your turn.
I'm fire arrow at one.
Red one? Sorry?
Yes.
Okay. That hits. Boy, does that hit. Alright. There is now an arrow sticking out of Red One's shoulder. Would you like to move?
Yeah, I think I'm fine here.
Alright, fire.
I hit my head on the ceiling while casting Shillelagh. Shillelagh, out! And move to here.
Alright.
And Shillelagh the sunboard.
Alright, give me an attack. That hits.
Oh my god,
You
finally.
finally hit something with your
Finally.
First time you hit something in the game. that I'm aware of.
Yes.
Give me damage.
5.
Alright.
But
Your
it's
staff goes
your
whistling
turn.
through the air and just you baseball bat this thing to death.
Gong!
Because that's bludgeoning damage.
It is.
Fear my Shillelagh. That's my turn.
Alright. And
Wait, is it bludgeoning still with the shield?
Yeah.
Should
I
be.
think so, yeah.
I think it just makes the wooden weapon you're using magical and extra damage.
Alright. You see that the fourth skeleton that's in the back doesn't have a bow and sword. It carries a staff, and you see it move its hands. And I need Rizwin, Fire, and Kamale all to make wisdom saving throws.
Not a problem.
Sorry, my bad. Charisma saving throws.
Even better.
Dang it! Can I keep my roll?
No, because Nibbles rolled again.
Sorry.
That's still enough.
I will not curse you, Nibbles.
You feel like this dark energy surrounding you, but all three of you just managed to shrug it off. Kamal.
I'm aware that thing tried to do something. Like, I know basically that it was trying to cast a spell on us.
Yes.
Then I am going to go up to it.
Alright.
And I'm going to attack it, because that's what I do.
Give me a roll. That hits. One hit was all it took. This thing is in pieces at your feet. Rizwin.
Yay.
Well, that made my plan unnecessary, so I shall. I guess I'll just stay here and give him one of these. That's not gonna hit.
No. You managed to cut the arrow that Alice shot at it off its body.
Okay. I'll move over here. That will
Alright.
be my turn.
Zoe, back to you.
These things always cast magic.
Don't know, don't care, fight now, talk later.
Alright. Magic Blast is number 2.
Alright, give me a roll. That hits. Whoa!
Whoa!
It explodes into a shard, like a pile of bones.
It does not. But you do
Now-
blow an arm off.
It has been my contention for a while that force
Yes.
damage is just magical bludgeoning damage.
No, because I'd rather, because of how few things are resistant to force damage, as in, there's like one thing in the entire world.
Yeah, I would.
I don't
argue
want to mess
that.
that up.
I would argue that there are more things that are. If you make it bludgeoning damage, there are more things that are resistant to bludgeoning damage later on.
I think makes sense that's bludgeoning, but also I think that the folks on D&D R&D thought about it.
I mean, I was
not to diverge too
mostly
much from it.
being facetious.
Not to diverge too much from it, but if it were me, I would argue that if it's vulnerable to bludgeoning, it's also vulnerable to force. But that's for a discussion for another time.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later. Alright, we have 2 skeletons left.
Wait there. Hold on. You have spores on your head. Two.
Alright.
I was actually going to ask how Rizwin looked before my spell turn was over.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
Well, that's a big fat fail.
I've only taken 3.
Fire, your spores like burrow into the skeleton, just getting in where the arm fell off, and it like bats at them with its sword and just cuts into itself. And falls
Feel the
to
power of
pieces.
my fart.
That's the second time a skeleton has batted itself out of existence.
Yeah. And
Mess with
this
those spores,
one
I
is
guess.
going to pull out its sword and attack this one. And miss.
Haha.
What do you
Alice.
say, Nibbles?
What'd you say?
I thought you said something, Nibbles.
Oh yeah, I said haha.
Oh, okay.
I fire an arrow at number 3.
It hits. Alright, you get it right in the chest. And it's looking pretty hurt. Fire.
Is chill touch range? Range? Range?
I don't know.
Touch.
Yeah, it's touch, given the name.
Actually, no.
No, it's range.
I think that's actually one of those spells that make no sense because it says shield touch, but it's a ranged spell.
Yeah, it's range because
I-
it creates a ghostly hand.
I'm thinking of the old versions of it where I think it was touch.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's
But
120 feet.
yeah, chill touch to the touch. Kapow.
Alright, that hits.
One.
It feels slightly irritated at you.
It feels slightly chilled to the bone.
Yes. I mean, it's already bone, so.
Uh-huh.
But he can't regain hit points. You're welcome.
Yes,
for him.
Skeletons well known for regaining hit points.
You're
Camille.
welcome. No, wait. Before that, I walk
sorry.
here.
Okay.
Just walking.
Camille, you're up.
I crush its skull. No, I don't.
No, you don't. Just go sailing beside it. Rizwin, would you like to try your hand?
Yes, I would like to literally try my hand. And just punch it. But I can't find the rules for that.
Unarmed
Unarmed
strikes,
is-
I think, or just your strength. A d20
Yep.
plus your strength.
20 plus strength? Okay.
I think to attack you, are you proficient with unarmed attacks? I don't think you are.
No.
No.
I
That
think
hits.
That's everyone is proficient.
And then it's
1 damage.
just a d4, right? Or is it 1
No,
damage?
it's 1.
It's your. I think it is your strength bonus.
I thought it was 1. Like, just 1.
I also think it's one
That's off my
unarmed strike.
Dungeons and Dragons Online or Beyond sheet.
Makes
yeah.
sense.
One plus
Okay,
your strength.
that makes
modifier.
sense.
Well, that's
Alright.
5.
You put your fist right through its head. And it collapses under you, and you now just have a skull around your fist.
You know, I think
I'm
for
gonna call you Skullfist now.
I think
Oh,
for
wait,
us it
wait.
might be better to just punch the skeletons than hit them with.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I
So-
would like to investigate Mr. Magic's a lot and see why one of them's different.
Alright. Make an investigation check.
And after
I will assist him.
Oh, okay. After this is over. Oh, hey, thanks.
Not bad. So as you sort of rifle through the remains of the skeleton, this one doesn't have any armor. It's wearing, like, there's a couple of scraps of what you assume was a robe at some point. And around its neck you find just like a black metal disc that looks to you a lot like the symbol of Shar that's on the armor of the other skeletons.
So the fact this is metal as opposed to the other ones, it's just not metal?
Make an insight check.
I was gonna say,
Sorry, Camille, make an insight check.
Insight or religion?
Oh, it's history.
Or religion.
I'll do insight because I actually have a +1 to that. I mean, I, the player, have an idea
Mhm.
as to what it probably is. Just
Yeah. I mean, it is a symbol.
it is a symbol on a robed creature.
Yeah.
I've hung around priests.
Yeah.
It's a
You
holy
can-
symbol.
It's probably a holy symbol. Not that you've ever heard of skeletons being able to cast spells, but not
Dedu-
that you know much about skeletons in the first place.
Camael not having a negative intelligence is going to deduce that at one point this was probably a flesh and blood being, and it was a priest to Shar. Because I'm not a complete idiot.
Yeah. It's a fair assumption. Can everybody make me a perception check?
Does this perception check rely on sight?
It does.
But there's light
Wait.
around you.
Yeah, it's within the vicinity of the light.
Okay, well,
Not that it
it's still
matters.
4.
Well, yeah. What do we see here?
All right. That's what the perception check is for.
Okay.
So you all look around at this sort of end to the tunnel, and you see that there's this like giant stone that encompasses the entirety of the tunnel. It's not like somebody rolled a big rock in here, but rather like however this tunnel came to be, it just hit this rock and couldn't go any further. You get the sense that it extends
This was here before?
into the ground around the tunnel. All right. You guys, 2 of you at least are too busy screwing around with the skeleton remains. Kamale, you notice that there are markings on this rock.
Ooh, markings.
Yes.
Wow,
And it
definitive
looks
mark-
like yeah. So there are 3 symbols. There is just like the symbol of the sun.
Okay.
Beside it, there is a symbol of a sun that has been partially eclipsed by a moon.
Okay.
And beneath it, there is a pair of eyes with 7 stars above it.
Stars. Is
And
there
all
any-
3 of these symbols have been slashed through. From what you can tell, the skeletons that were here were like slashing and
They were
trying
defacing
to
it?
defacing the symbols, yeah.
Are any of those symbols familiar as religious symbols?
Make me a religion check.
Come on, dice.
All right. So both you and Rizwin recognize these 3 symbols. The one at the bottom, the pair of eyes with the stars, is the symbol of Selene.
Okay.
The sun is the symbol of Pelor. And the sun partially eclipsed is the symbol of Fultus. Let me write these names in chat.
One is, I know Selune was, they're all gods of the sun, if I'm not mistaken.
Selene is...
Or moon. She's like the elven goddess of the moon. I am a giant nerd. I have read far too many Forgotten Realms novels.
Oh no, not enough. Gotta have read all of them.
Also, werewolves.
Yes. And
Where?
Pelor is the god of the sun, also a god of light. And just pull out my book. Fultus is also so Pelor is the god of the sun and healing, and Fultus is god of light and law.
Okay. So they're all gods of light of some sort.
Yes. With the 16, you would probably know that worship of Selene is pretty popular around these parts.
Okay.
And Pelor and Fultus, worship of them is more popular north, not as far north as you're from, but particularly in the city of Marielda.
Okay. Which is, I'm assuming, where the cleric of those gods might have their base.
Perhaps, probably. It's a fair assumption.
Okay.
Right. In this world, each god has one cleric and one paladin.
Generally, they have
Generally,
one
yeah.
cleric or paladin.
Does this human looks like a paladin?
This
Who,
person,
me?
no. Oh,
Yeah.
him, yes.
Huh.
If you've ever heard stories of a paladin and what they can do, what he can do is very much what a paladin can do.
Oh, hey, you are a weird specimen.
Yes, I'm beholden to any god.
The what now?
Do
If
I
you-
notice any sorts of symbols upon you anywhere?
Perception check?
Ooh, I got it right.
Does these skeletons
Almost.
have any loot?
Oh, M-A, not M-E.
Now that we are here?
They do not, unless you want to take the symbols of Shar that they have.
No,
Or
sorry.
their bones.
I meant on...
I mean, I could grab the.
So this is just a blank
Oh.
wall in front of us, or?
Besides those symbols, yes.
We have 3 routes: up, down, and the first.
We're
down.
not going up.
I'm gonna take a
Whoa.
few moments and cast detect magic as a ritual.
All right. So while everybody else is figuring out where to go, Kumail sits down and starts casting a ritual of some sort.
You don't know this, but I will say that Zoe gets to cast this for free.
No, I don't know that. You've never said that, so
I haven't, or Zoe has.
Does Paladin have ritual casting?
if I know the spell and I can cast it and it's castable as a ritual, I can cast it as a ritual.
I think not.
Yeah, it's just a function of spellcasting.
The spell casting refers when you can do a ritual or not.
Yeah. Detect magic can be cast as a ritual.
Level 1 divination ritual.
Like there are some class that, sorry, taking the game off.
It's okay.
There are some class that have the ability to ritual cast the spells that have the ritual tag, but not all the caster class have the ability to ritual cast.
You just double check.
Like wizards can, and in the spellcasting thing on their class, it says ritual casting, but things like rogues, paladins, and rangers cannot.
Yeah, that actually is correct. You have to be your class has a ritual caster ability.
Huh.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
just
never
learned
mind.
something new today.
I don't do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
That's
You could
okay.
go talk to Zoe to ask if she feels has any magical feeling, considering she has mentioned he's like us. She's kind of like us before.
Okay, well, Zoe, do you sense anything from this?
Zoe looks confused for a little bit because she still didn't know how she cast that in the first place, and then in the end finally casts detect magic. What does Zoe detect? Beyond a paladin, a fart caster, and
Yeah. You get a sense of some faint magic emanating from these symbols. You think that there might have been some magic here that defacing them has cut off.
Is there anything I can do to undeface them?
You might, like, if you had, I don't know, stone shape or something, you might be able to, like, make the symbols look like new, but that wouldn't return the magic to them.
Okay, so no. She
Is
kind
stone
of
not
whispers.
stone?
She kind of whispers something with the stones, but I think it's broken and not fixable.
Okay. Well,
So
and this is most definitely a solid wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure it's not like.
You want to punch it and find out?
No, I'm not. No.
Throw the fart caster at it.
you were way too eager for that.
Do I look like a barbarian?
Do I hear water running anywhere?
Make a perception check.
I will make this one without disadvantage, as it does not rely on sight, and it doesn't matter.
All you can hear is your party yammering on and bones crunching underfoot.
And
Okay, let's up or down.
the little girl said no up. I don't know why.
What was up again?
Oh, I thought we were talking about like physically straight up.
Oh.
Which would be where Zoe was kept, or somewhere around here is where Zoe was kept.
So let's go up.
Make
in the
a
map.
wisdom check. Ty?
To remember where you were held?
Yeah, Ty and Camille to remember, or Zoe and Camille to remember which way you went, or which way you were last time.
Perfectly average.
Camille, you remember you turned right at that first lantern,
Okay, so
but that's all you remember.
She was down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, this is a new area, so let's go up this way.
All right.
Zoe's using quarterstaff to poke floor in front of her and then gets past.
Why are you grumble?
Dark vision would be better.
True sight would be better.
Lots of things would be better, but
Mhm.
you know, we work with what we have.
As people walk past Zoe, she just starts casting light on their armor.
You know, it's only one object, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I picked my glaive back up, by the way.
Is it
Oh, okay.
concentration?
Then I
No,
cast it on
but it's-
Rizwin because I didn't do the original light. You did.
Oops, that's not gonna give it. Ta-da!
Haha.
Yay, the person who's in front now has light.
Haha, you didn't use that setting.
What?
Nothing.
Hey, get back on your tracks.
No stepping outside
What?
reality.
Okay. So I'm
Just
not
keep
dependent on anybody for light now, so I just keep going down to the end of the tunnel.
There, try it again.
Haha.
Ah.
we're missing two.
I have hard walls now.
Perception check as you go around the corner.
I guess I'm still at disadvantage. God.
Disadvantage perception.
You know what? I'm just gonna close mine now.
Zoe, as
you
you
got a
turn the
good
corner-
roll.
Yeah, as you turn
Stop
the corner,
walking.
you hear some clanking and clattering up ahead.
Ooh.
There's something up ahead.
Do I see it from here?
I don't know.
On
Do
the
you?
edge of my perception.
I do.
I see
I
it.
cast.
I'm asking if I'm close enough to allow me to charge it.
I cast fireball.
Well, the light is not exactly.
Oh, I see something.
So they also have noticed you, and we're gonna go
Initiative
back to
time.
initiative.
Why?
I'm gonna do this. That's cocked. And that's a 6.
Womp womp.
Of course.
It worked. It worked. See, you wasted all your bad luck on the physical dice.
But you already rolled a 6.
Yep. I put it in. I'm playing fair.
Dude, I roll a 2.
All right. Evelyn, once again, you are up first.
I shoot the skeleton with an arrow.
All right. Are you close enough to see? Oh, I guess
I can
all
see
of
both
the
of
all of
them.
the people with light help.
Well,
Give
I
me a
can
roll.
see them from my vision anyway.
Okay.
Or I don't. There's too many
Your
people.
arrow clatters off the wall behind the skeleton. Zoe.
Ah! Eldritch Blast.
All right. At.
The closest one.
Okay.
Why your Elder Press do so much damage?
Because she has agonizing blast.
Because Warlock.
I know. I'm just saying
I'm gonna say this:
high rolls.
Eldritch Blast is no more powerful than a heavy crossbow.
I miss Hadrick.
That bullshit heavy crossbow.
All right. You blow the ribs out of this one skeleton, and it turns towards you with its blank, dead eyes.
It has eyes?
No, just sockets.
Are they
I'm
All right.
not sleeping for a week.
Skeleton 1 is going to come up to Rizwin. And attack.
Yay, wall of meat.
Nope.
Nope. And Skeleton 2 is going to come up and do the same thing.
Even more nope.
And the last skeleton is going to turn the corner and pull out its bow and shoot at Zoe.
The wall of meat failed. Zoe's own skill works.
You definitely dodge out of the way. Camille.
I will bash in blue 2.
This is because
King
That
Harold
hits.
Bluetooth.
Alright, your flail comes down on top of it and it crumbles before you. Rizwin.
14. Okay. I'm gonna punch. That's a 15.
That hits.
That's 5.
Yeah, it did. This is the one that
Um,
Zoe hit before.
Yeah. I'm gonna go up and get in this thing's face.
Alright. Fire.
Also, my glaive is on the floor back where I was standing, if we're keeping track.
Yes.
It's probably a
think-
good thing I didn't put the light on the glaive.
I think Chill Touch.
Okay, give me a roll. That hits. Sure they're not. What kind of skeleton isn't immune to necrotic? This spectral hand comes forth from you and sails toward the skeleton and just grabs onto its arm, and you can see where it touches the bones blacken.
Take that.
Zoe looks irritated every time you cast necrotic magic.
You know my spores are necrotic too?
Yes, well, she looks irritated at you a lot.
Emelis.
My farts are necrotic.
She could just start casting prestidigitation
adult.
just to make you smell nice all the time.
Missed, you're up.
I fire an arrow at number 3. I don't.
You miss. Your arrow goes pinging off the back of Rizwin's armor.
Sorry.
Zoe.
Zoe's shifting back and forth, trying to line up a shot through 2 beefy people at the skeleton.
That hits. It crumbles before the might of your Eldritch Blast.
Despite, as far as I'm aware, there being no guns in this world, Zoe brings her finger up to her mouth and blows on it.
Alright. You wait a beat and don't hear any more skeletons.
Is anyone hurt?
Only mildly. It's fine.
I retrieve my glaive.
Do you want a touchy touch?
Save it.
Okay.
Yeah, save it.
Unless it's a cantrip, save it.
No, it's not.
Zoe casts Detect Magic again, using Eldritch Sight.
You can cast it at will? Jesus.
Oh yeah!
Oh, it gets narrower.
You know, I just yell at Rizwin. You want to wait for everyone else?
Shh.
I didn't cast light on you so you'd run away from me.
Wait, you guys!
I stop at the corner and peek around it and wait for
What
everybody.
corner?
Make a perception check.
Corner! Where,
Whoa.
what the hell are you?
That's a
Kinda-
natural one.
Camille's getting visibly irritated at that, actually.
Zoe's now alone, trying to figure out if there was any magic back where we met the skeletons.
Alright. So you cast Detect Magic. I mean, there's some sort of magic that emanates from the skeletons.
Presumably
Like,
what's animated.
Yeah, whatever's animating them, but that's all you sense.
No kid, so there's not like there's runes every time there's the skeletons then.
No.
Got it. So he hurries up to catch up, luckily able to see in the dark.
Alright. Rizwin, you got a nat 1, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah. Don't hear anything.
Can one of the big tall people stay at the back?
I guess I will volunteer for that at this point, as I am very not perceptive.
Alright. So, Camille, as you round the corner, you notice that there's this pile of junk, it looks like, in the corner.
I will go up and look at said pile of junk.
Right. It just looks like broken tools. You see like
Like
pickaxes and shovels. There's a wheelbarrow.
Excavation tools.
Yeah.
But this is not the area we found things in before.
This is definitely not the area we found things in before, but this could have been just a storage area for tools.
Or a spot they were attempting to dig at. I had been here for a while.
You want to take a look around, see if you see anything?
The magicalness is still up.
You don't sense anything. It just looks like mundane broken tools.
Nothing else stands out about the tools. They're just tools.
Yeah. They look like they've been well used.
Okay.
Alright, you keep going down along the tunnel.
I'm basically just gonna keep going until you say make a roll.
Sure. Make a roll!
Okay. Ah,
Like a dinner roll, or like what are we talking about?
Ooh, dinner roll.
So he's clearly distracted by all the magical glowiness of her party.
I keep watch behind us.
Mhm.
I
Oh
tried
my
to
God.
sneak, failing horribly.
Fire, you trip over a loose rock and just go clatter, clatter, clatter.
I hate this tunnel.
Kamal, you think you can just barely hear the sound of dripping water.
There's water up ahead.
That's where we need to go. Wait for
Why
Reese
do you
win.
think that?
Wait for Reese win.
Looking up ahead, Kamal, you think that this is probably the section of tunnel that leads into the bigger cavern.
Over here?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we found the orb. This way.
Where is the water coming from?
That direction. You do remember seeing a bit of a lake in there.
Well, having no better idea, I'm going to suggest we go this way.
All right.
I know better idea. Say we go this way.
Why?
Yeah, man. No, I'm joking.
Glares at you.
I'm joking.
Does anybody else get the sense that we're about to fall off the edge of the world?
All right.
No.
So you all make your way. Hang on. I need to do some
Do you all have the
Ooh,
feeling that the
shit.
map is loading?
of light stuff.
This map is smaller.
It is.
That's fine.
That means we're about to face a boss fight.
Shh.
Okay, everybody has vision now?
Yeah.
Yarp.
No,
What?
not the light vision I had before.
You have dark vision, so it should
Yes,
just be.
but I should still be seeing the
Oh, yep, you're right. I forgot to hit a thing.
Oh, on the two
Ooh.
blind people.
Yeah, I don't see the light on.
There, all better.
Okay.
Thank you. And yeah, I have dark vision, but I can't really see it very well because
Mhm.
I lack a little bit of bright light sight.
Bright
All
light
right.
sight.
So you
I'm
all
having a deja vu.
continue.
Nope, wait.
Nope, stop.
Stop,
Oh my
guys.
god.
Guys, come on, just.
Okay, so you go down this tunnel and you reach a large open cavern, and you can hear a faint drip, drip, drip that echoes through what must be an immense space. But you can't quite see the back of it. It just drops off to black before you see a back wall. To the left, there is an underground lake of sorts, but there's piles of dirt and debris that are sticking up
Oh, right,
from
they
the
were
surface.
throwing bodies into the lake, weren't they?
They were. That debris, you can surmise, came from the main floor of the cavern, which has been dug out in this wide, shallow pit.
Right, which is just where I can see those skeletons.
Yes, there's rocks that were too large to be dug up, still sticking out of the ground a little bit. And you can see these cluster of bodies.
The mass grave that I knew was there.
Yes, make a perception check, everybody.
I'm not seeing any shit.
Well, that's because you don't have dark vision. Or previous knowledge of the layout of the cave.
All right. Zoe, while everybody is too busy paying attention to these bodies, they can or cannot see up ahead.
I'm busy screaming. I don't see shit.
You don't know you don't see shit.
You notice movement out of the corner of your eye. Even with dark vision, it's hard to see. But you can barely see small shifting movements. First over there, then over there. And you realize with a start that they're bones. You see a hand no longer attached to any body with its fingers twitching. There's a skull with the jaw just opening and closing.
Right, they were doing that before.
Undead pieces still haunt this cave.
There's undead. There's parts of undead in here.
I mean,
They keep
did you saw how we left the tunnel?
Okay. Yes, but there's things moving.
Has it been made known to the rest of the party that last time you were here, they were throwing bodies into the...
I'm assuming that's something we would have, we would have mentioned that they were excavating and...
I would inquire with fire if that makes sense to be the cause for the heavy metal poisoning or whatever he was seeing previously.
I mean, if this lake is the source of the stream and they're messing with it, makes sense that something needs it, but the bodies don't relate to heavy metals. But I'm guessing they're doing something else besides throwing bodies to the water.
Make an intelligence check.
Hey!
The skeletons or the dead bodies that they were throwing in probably wouldn't cause heavy metal poisoning, but as you start to think about it, you realize that a lot of them had armor that has disintegrated quite a bit from the skeletons that you've seen. And steel doesn't normally make heavy metal poisoning, but there might be something in or on the armor that has degraded. Yeah.
Something.
That if they if there's a whole bunch of, old armor sitting at the bottom of this lake.
Well, I approach to the lake slowly.
I'm just gonna grab a drink real quick.
Okay.
To give a better look.
I will accompany you, and if it looks like you're going to touch the water, I'll just kind of reach out and be like, hold on.
Oh no, I don't want to touch it. I want to cast Detect Poison.
Alright, you cast your Detect Poison and Disease, and yeah, you get the sense that there is a whole, this water is very, very poisoned.
Not like little streams, it's damped in metals.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I just pick up a rock off the ground and flick it into the water.
What are these?
This is piles of dirt and rocks that came from this part of the cave that they've just thrown here because so it's out of the way, basically.
I don't see this part of the cave.
Oh.
I am now at where the pile of bodies is.
Alright.
Is there something here? Oh, bodies. Oh, body.
There is. Kamel would have said that they were digging up a mass grave.
Yeah. So everybody can make me another perception check. This one is not reliant on sight.
Hey!
So he is too distracted about clicking teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Teeth.
Yeah, you can hear these bones shifting around. And Rizwin, you think you hear something else.
Before we get to that, did the stone that I flicked into the water do anything other than act like a stone that got flicked into water?
Nope, it just went bloop.
Okay. And where do I think I hear something else coming?
From up ahead.
I continue up ahead.
Do you communicate this to the rest of us?
Yes, I hear something else.
How
Alright.
are we going to clean all this lake?
From out of the darkness, you see movement, and then an arrow comes flying towards Rizwin.
Ruh-roh.
We should have been waiting for. Wait, don't move.
I assume since I'm getting hit by the arrow, I was out in front. Clang.
It misses. It just hits right at your feet. And then everybody knows that something's up.
I'm assuming initiative time.
Initiative!
Little girl. Come back.
Well, Zoe is prepared.
Of course, Zoe's prepared. There was teeth clacking. There had to be.
Teeth. Hey, I didn't roll
Oh,
that.
I don't like that.
Crawling claws.
Where'd my music go? There we go.
Now, can I operate under the assumption that the ceiling here is high enough to allow free swinging of my weapon?
Oh yes, it is very high.
This is wonderful news.
My
All right.
back
Who
hurts.
else is very high? The sky.
Zoe, you're up first.
Is this hand a mob?
No, you just see a skeletal hand that's twitching.
I'm glad this isn't called Cthulhu. Zoe can kind of sort of see the. I assume this is a skeleton here?
Of course, it's player knowledge, but
You sort of get a little bit closer expecting to see a skeleton, and it doesn't quite look like a skeleton. It still has hair and it still has its armor. But its visage is skeleton-like.
Would one be proper to call this thing undead?
You assume that it's undead. It looks undead.
It's a valid target. Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
Sorry, 1 second. I had something jump up in the way.
Alright, your eldritch energy goes bursting forth and smacks it right in the torso, and it kind of jerks back and growls at you.
As a bonus action, or maybe a free action, just it's there! And points in the direction of.
Yeah, I saw the freaking beam of light.
Emilus,
Oh, he has tracers.
Mist.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action on the dude. The white.
Alright. It is Hunter's marked.
And fire an arrow at it.
That hits. It impacts its torso. Right where Zoe's Eldritch Blast hit.
Yay.
Whoa! Oh my god.
Wow.
Waha!
I ran into this in another game, just so people know.
Mhm.
Hunter's Mark is the damage the weapon does.
Yes.
It is not force damage or necrotic or radiant or anything like that. It's slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning.
Wow.
Oh, that's good to know. So your arrow impacts it, and you're like, "Damn, that was a good hit!" But it doesn't seem to be quite as impacted by it as you were maybe hoping.
I mean, I wasn't hoping for much.
Fire, you're up. You see them. You see your allies firing at something up ahead, but you can't
I
quite see
see
what it is.
something there, very faintly. I'm gonna walk like 50 feet just to see better. Oh, there is a boy right there.
So, quick question: does anybody watch Arrow?
Yes. I haven't watched this season, but I do watch Arrow.
We need to get a set of boxing net arrows for the elf.
Fire, what you doing?
I'm moving there and casting Chill Touch. And casting Shillelagh. Good night.
Alright. It just bats your chill touch hand away with its longbow. Camille.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And we are going to smash. We are not going to smash.
It bats your flail away.
Smash your foot.
Today, we cancel the smashing.
Today is not a good day to smash.
Camille, it snarls at you, and it looks like it is trying to make sound, but any vocal cords it may have had have just disintegrated. It just kind of breathes at you.
And bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Alright?
That gives me an armor class of 21.
Very nice. This thing drops its longbow and pulls out its longsword, but first reaches out towards you with its hand.
It does not.
It kind of grimaces as it misses, and then swings at you with its longsword.
It does not.
It does not. Rizwin.
So I shrug my shield off, just let it cling to the ground, and then charge forward with a noise that doesn't seem to make any sense coming out of my average-sized human frame. No, one might call it more of a howl or a roar.
Oh, okay.
Rawr.
Are you a secret barbarian?
Your glaive swings towards this thing, and it just can't quite penetrate the armor.
That is my turn.
Right. Unbeknownst to most of you who are too busy dealing with this souped up undead, this little severed hand starts moving, crawls forward,
Skitter, skitter, skitter.
skitter, 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 and tries to bat at Amalus.
Let Thing join us.
0? What?
Why 0?
Something's wrong there.
Well, there was damage up in the thing.
Yeah, it said
Also, it's
3
the
hit
same damage you just rolled.
1d4 plus 1.
Oh, that could be the average, though. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the average.
Does it miss? Does it hit?
It hits.
Okay. You take 3 damage. As the nails of this claw just like dig into the flesh of your leg.
Or make a
You
startled
now have a
squeak.
you now have a claw in your thigh. Congratulations.
Zoe.
Did you make any noise when you took that hit?
I just said I make a startled squeak.
Ah, good. So he turns around and sees the outline of one of her companions looking not the right shape.
She has a growth on her leg, or he has a growth on his leg.
So he points at the growth and takes a pot shot at it.
Roll to hit.
And misses.
You aim your Eldritch Blast, and then at the last second realize, nope, wait, that's part of Amalus. And pull aside, and it just goes completely wide.
Does it, like, hit the water and start skipping?
Skips across the pond. Amalus.
Well, I definitely can't hit it with my arrow.
You'll be at disadvantage if you want to try.
Huh?
Hit a ball.
I would say
Part of
stab
me
it.
wants to try.
Try
Have
it.
have you seen that movie scene where the general tries to shot a fly on his foot with a gun?
That sounds incredibly stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
That's a hit. That's definitely a hit.
Jesus Christ.
There's no way you don't kill this thing. You just aim your longbow down at this thing and shoot your arrow right through the center of it, and it just tenses up and then
Falls off like a
I was gonna say
spider.
falls silent, but it doesn't make any noise anyways. It falls off.
Crumbles off of me.
Yes. Would you like to do
Cool
anything
shot.
else?
Also, you took
Move
damage.
farther away from the water.
Yes.
I will point out you took damage earlier, so you have to roll your concentration.
Oh, my bad.
I know,
Just
but it's
roll a constitution check.
Saving throw.
they,
Which one?
I will say this: I've used Fantasy Grounds for some D&D recently,
Mhm.
and it does concentration checks automatically when you take damage, which is nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's so flippin' expensive.
It is stupid expensive.
What do I do?
Con save.
I didn't hear that because two people talked at the same time.
Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
That.
Yeah, you're fine. Fire, you're up.
Ama, did you just squeak?
Yes,
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Going to the face of this dude. And
Alright.
trying to pat his head.
Just like Rizwin before you, you swing out with your staff and it just bounces right off the armor.
Dang, yo. Okay, good night.
Camille.
Okay, well, this thing seems to be tough and shrugs off blows, but all I can do is hit. And that's what I'm gonna do.
That hits.
That is not worth doing a smite for.
Alright, your flail impacts its flesh. It is the undead's turn.
Wait.
Yes.
Of course.
Oh yeah, your reaction. Ooh.
If I'm taking half of one and rounding down,
It rounds down to 1. Always.
it still rounds down to 1? Okay. Yeah. Alright. Your spores start digging into its what little bit of flesh is left. And it turns towards you and reaches out a hand. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I DC'd for a second.
Oh no!
Yeah, but I'm back, I think.
Make me a saving throw whenever you're able to do so.
Me?
Yes, you!
Yeah. Life drain.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't hearing. The internet.
Sorry, I
went
thought
down.
you meant that your Roll20 stopped working.
No, my internet went down, but
Oh,
but like for a second, so it didn't log me off.
okay.
The last thing I heard was the last thing I saw was the Constitution saving throw. But so he hit me for 5?
Yes. And
Yep,
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
He touched you in an inappropriate place.
No, my places. I think my thing is goofed. Wait, let me restart this. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Oh, it went through.
All right. Well,
Alright, so until you take a long rest, your maximum hit points are reduced by 5.
Jeez.
That is not insignificant at this level.
that's like a quarter of your hit points.
It is.
Where this thing touched you is just cold and numb. You can feel it spreading throughout your body.
Not cool.
And then it's going to take its sword and swing once again at Camille.
It will try to, and it will not.
Oh, it will not.
It's a good thing I'm going tank mode for this campaign.
Rizwan.
So this howl noise has just pretty much been going on for all of this, and it's tinged with a little bit of frustration at this point as I swing my glaive again.
That hits.
That's better. And I will. Well, after that hit, how does it look?
Still pretty fine.
In that case, I will burn my action surge to do it again. That doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
Still screaming. End of my turn.
Alright. Zoe.
Alright, since it's still looking pretty good, Zoe is going to cast Hex on it. And because I'm a dumbass and never actually add Hex to my spells, I'm going to have to do it manually, which is just 1d6. And Eldritch Blast.
Alright, give me a roll. That hits. Alright. Your Eldritch Blast impacts its knee, and you can see it stumble forward a little bit. Hex is necrotic, correct?
Yes, Zoe does not like to cast that.
Alright. Amalus.
Fire an arrow!
I need a holy based Hex.
That hits. It's called Bless.
That's not a Hex.
It's called Hunter's Mark.
Alright, another arrow is now sticking out of this thing. Fire.
How hard does it look?
It's starting to look a little more hurt. All of these attacks you're throwing at it don't seem to be having quite as much of an effect as they did on the skeletons that you were fighting. Zoe seems to be pretty effective, though.
That's code for it has resistances.
I'm guessing it's Shilele. I'm guessing Shilele. I'm guessing not Shilele.
Your staff goes slamming down into the ground beside it.
I need something to do with my bonus actions. Go.
Pardon his general direction.
I'll fart.
Oops.
So even your spores are.
Alright, Kamal.
I'm gonna hit it and hope for a crit.
It
That's
hits!
a 20. Oh,
That's not bad. Alright, you strike this thing across the face.
Yeah.
It snarls at you. Are you doing your spores, Quasta?
yes. On your face. No, on
Not on my face, on its face.
a place that's not comfortable.
It's inappropriate places.
Fuck.
It seems to have become in the words.
Immune?
It does not give two shits.
It does
about
not give
yours.
two. Yes, it does not give two shits about your spores. But
it
it
doesn't have
is.
inappropriate places anymore.
It is now. After all of the screaming she's been doing, is going to put its hand out towards Rizwin.
That hits.
Oh no.
And make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
I cannot roll to save my damn life.
Literally.
All right.
Yeah.
So what happens if you're?
You die.
No. If you're somehow for some bizarre reason, your hit point maximum is reduced, but your total hit points are not reduced. I know that's a weird corner case, but
You can only have as many hit points as your maximum,
oh, okay.
and then it's going to pull its it's going to swing its longsword around again towards Rizwin. And you manage to
Does not
just
hit.
bat it out of the way.
It's a good thing because that would knock me
Rizwin.
unconscious. So now the scream has shifted more towards anger.
It wasn't anger before?
That hits.
No, before it was just kind of a general roar of I'm fighting a thing. And then it was I missed the thing, and now it's I got hit by the thing.
Alright, you slash this thing, making a big, gash in its armor.
I'm gonna burn my second wind also.
Alright,
Taking me back up to my now maximum hit points.
Zoe.
I guess I don't need to heal this turn.
No, I've only taken 3 damage this whole session so far, so.
Well, Zoe is going to do, out of pure frustration now, just shoot another Eldritch Blast at the target, because it's still alive.
It is. That hits.
I'm relatively speaking alive.
Alright, it impacts it in the shoulder and it staggers forward and takes a little bit longer to sort of right itself. You think this thing's pretty hurt now.
Stay down.
Another arrow! Or not.
No, while it's hunched over from Zoe's blast, your arrow just goes sailing over its head. Fire!
I'm in a not good position. Chilele. Dang it.
You just can't quite seem to affect this thing.
I have hit once.
Kamal,
Yeah,
it's looking pretty hurt.
good.
Wow.
It is what it is.
This thing's will to survive.
It hunched over and everybody missed.
Take this.
That was going to be a smite if it had connected to.
And
Does it roll with advantage, or is
No,
the six?
it just forces me to roll with advantage.
You can turn that off, you know.
I'm not going to do that right now.
It's just
Yeah,
you take the
it's
first roll.
Three.
It seems so weakened now. Your spores are having at least a little bit of an effect on it. You figure it is going to reach its hand out towards Rizwin once again.
Leave Rizwin alone.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
No whammies.
And you just bat this thing's hand away,
No.
and it it turns its sword towards you. You bat it away again. This thing, you get the sense this thing is very close to death. It's looking around in panic. Rizwin.
So, if you don't mind me flavoring that second miss a little bit, I reach up and, as it's swinging down, just kind of grab its wrist where the sword is,
Uh-huh.
and I just look at it. You dare! And then jump on it and punch.
Alright, give me a roll.
Aww.
You punch and it just doesn't seem you expect the crunch of bones from the skeletons, but this thing seems to be made of tougher stuff.
These dice just are not liking.
They hate
play.
you, man. I'm sorry.
You need to sacrifice another die to it.
Apparently.
Zoe.
Oh no, I've been affected with Rizwin and disease.
Oh look, 6-9.
Rizwin syndrome.
Oh my god, you guys.
Sheras.
Can we finish this thing off?
I wanted to hit it and be like, no, Miss Rizwin, this is how you do it.
Alright, that connects. And as Zoe's Eldritch Blast goes sailing over its head, you line up your shot perfectly, and it goes right through this thing's eye, and it just freezes and drops.
Yeah, I need to sleep now.
Woohoo!
And all is silent. And we're gonna take a 5-minute break, because I need to hit the bathroom.
Okie
Time to get food. Bye.
Break time!
I am waiting for my Excel provider to send me a cease and desist order.
Uh-oh. Too much data.
What are you doing?
Testing the quote-unquote unlimitedness of my internet connection.
Who's your provider?
Technically Cricket through AT&T.
Oh, are you in the States right now?
Yes, but even when I'm in Canada, it's unlimited North American cell phone data.
Oh, okay.
The only provision in the contract says I'm not allowed to tether, which I'm doing anyways. And when I'm in Canada, half or more of my data has to be in the state. I'm currently somewhere in the north of 700 gigs.
Oh my god.
You need to stop downloading torrents.
Oh no, I don't torrent. That shit will get you in trouble in the States. This is Usenet.
Just streaming?
This is all this is all secure download. I'm not letting. They literally can track my data where I am on this thing. I am not downloading a torrent. But I recently just put my storage server into the truck after shrinking it down. But the last time it was active, it lost 2 hard drives and are right together. So I have Swiss cheese for data for store. Like I'm missing like episode 1, 7, and 14 of a series. So filling in these holes is a pain in the ass.
I am
Also,
back.
I found out some of my anime series
Welcome
have
back.
not updated since OGMs were a thing.
Lol, I farted while going for food.
Okay, it's funny in character. I don't really want to hear that about your actualness.
And it's not actualist. I didn't realize I clicked the thing. Did another sports on the chat.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's what you mean. I got you.
Yeah, I
it's
mean
still
that.
in
Okay, back to
character.
being funny then.
I meant that.
I'm going to investigate this creature.
Hang on, we're all back, right?
I think we're all back.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
are you
pissed.
here?
Oh no, I'm not here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, you were gonna investigate a thing.
Yep. Nope.
I was gonna ask what you were investigating, but apparently nothing.
I was investigating that thing.
Okay.
Can I see if you have any loot?
It looks undead.
I will.
You may
snag
roll
its
an
longsword.
investigation. You now have a longsword. It looks like the longsword looks like it's in much better condition than the swords that the other skeletons had. Not necessarily that it's magical, it just looks better made.
That's fine.
All right. 18 investigation. So you take some time to examine this thing. It is undead, but it is mostly a skeleton. But it does seem to be something slightly different. It doesn't have anything like in its pockets. Its armor is much better made, and it bears the same symbol of Shar on it. With an 8... There are some other decorations on the armor that kind of catch your attention.
There are things here. I don't know. Same things as the other things.
I would
guys.
say that without having to roll, both Camille and Rizwin would be able to deduce that they are some sort of mark of rank.
So yeah, the two soldiers would probably realize that.
Yeah.
Zoe is holding up her torch, holding up a torch, ready to burn the body.
Okay. So it was an officer of some sort.
You assume so.
So nap time?
There is one more thing you find, Fire. Around its neck, it has another symbol of Shar, and it doesn't look like it's you're not sure if it's necessarily a holy symbol or not, but there is it's worn. It looks like it's worn down a bit, almost like it's been kind of rubbed between fingers many, many times.
So probably some sort of holy symbol or fetish.
Yeah.
Right. Is the holy symbol of the evil thing?
Yes.
Can I assume that this person probably did the robbing thing while alive rather than dead?
What role would this be?
Insight?
Make an
Yeah,
insight.
it was an insight.
Huh.
Yeah. Sorry, what exactly do you want to know?
He wants to know if the
if the
If it was-
person was worshiping the evil god while alive.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So this person was evil from the beginning. It's not just a random soldier.
Yeah, you gather that these undead worshipped Shar before they were undead.
So I communicate my theory.
Makes sense.
So, those things we found earlier, the ruins we found earlier, those were for Shar as well?
The runes that were defaced?
Yeah.
No, they were from gods who oppose her.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if I was remembering right or not, and clearly I was remembering wrong. So I was trying to figure out why they were all wearing things for Shar, yet are. I was confused why things weren't adding up in my head. No, it's fine. Sorry.
Can I? If I'm not, if I don't have a good view, I should ask Amma. What is the situation on the cave like? How big is it? Is it there any other entrances? Or what? Like, do we get to this part and there is a wall?
This is
Or it
this
goes
is
all around?
Roll20 fucking up my map. This is the end. This is a dead end, from what you can tell.
Like rocks and stuff.
Yep.
So the lake doesn't have shores for staying all around.
No. The lake goes right up to the edge of the cave on the other side, from what you can see.
And any other exits from this cavern?
Make a perception check. You don't see any other exits.
Amma!
I look for other exits.
Make a perception check. You don't see any other exits.
I'm gonna-
This insignia of rank that's on this thing, do I recognize it as being of a force that's just out in the world, or does it make more sense that this is a force dedicated to Shar?
Make a history check.
Basically, what I'm getting at is, like, are the cultists of Shar infiltrating the world in general, or are
Right.
they more organized in the shadows?
You remember hearing, like, in a lesson somewhere, you can't quite remember where, about an army of Shar that was like a force a long time ago, like a few hundred years ago, that was kind of its own thing.
Like an independent religious army?
Yeah.
That's not worrying at all. But the cultists aren't dedicated to Shar, the ones that were excavating. They were dedicated to demons. So I'm guessing that the cultists were just... There was some... Obviously, the orb, there was something here that they wanted. And it's not Shar or Shar's cult doing this. It's just their convenience. It's the word I'm looking for.
Scapegoat?
Not a scapegoat. They're just a
Free
resource. They're no what the cult had, what the Sharan cult had, was just a resource for them. You know, I think we should rest and then explore the rest of the complex and see if we can find the main camp of the cultists and see if they have any information there about why they were here.
Does the lake look like it could be cleaned up by us in a reasonable amount of time?
Sort of, if you like go towards it and hold your torch up, it doesn't like it's fairly big, but it doesn't look particularly deep. And as you sort of hold your torch up, you can see pieces of old armor that are sitting at the bottom. If you're all working at it, you might be able to get it done before the end of the day. There's a lot of armor there, but it's not super deep in, from what you can tell.
Yeah, if we do that and rest and then continue on after that, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'm into that.
How do you clear up poison water?
We just take all the crap out of the lake.
Yeah, and eventually the spring or whatever, the source of the lake, which I'm assuming is some sort of spring, will clear it out eventually, just flush it out.
Clean the lake.
All right, so you all but one of you.
We have a montage.
Yes, roll up your pant legs, so to speak, and
Let the strong boys go to work.
waltz into the water. Those of you who are pulling armor out of the water, make me a perception check.
Disadvantage?
I'm assuming we had time to set up light and whatnot.
Yeah, there's lots of lanterns.
So I can do this. So he sets up at range, just like light,
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit to find ones that aren't completely empty of oil, but
Turns out the water's still poison. You can just use that as a light. Might not want to get in it once that happens, but
all right. So, Amalus, as you're pulling crap out of the water, you see something glinting in the lamplight under the surface, and you go and pick it up. And you find a gold ring that's on a thin gold chain.
I found something.
No other markings on it. Might be worth something.
It's shiny.
on a side note, so he has cast detect magic and kind of walking around.
All right.
Do
You
you
get a
actually
lot.
say shiny out loud?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
shiny.
Okay.
Yes, because I kind of waving it at fire to show him.
I just assume Amalus has no filter and just blurs things out.
But-
Rizwin like appears
I mean,
next to
he
you like
takes after
zoop,
fire.
and is very interested in the shine.
What do you get? Shiny.
Yeah, you examine the ring, and it just looks like somebody's ring.
Sweet.
And you all eventually go back to pulling crap out of the water, and this time, Rizwin, you see something kind of glinting beneath the surface, and you reach down and pick it up, and you have a gold piece.
I pocket it immediately.
You don't say shiny?
No, I do not.
Somebody has a filter.
I'm perfectly happy to roll a sleight of hand check if anybody would like to try to notice.
Kamail does not care about loot that much, as long as it basically loot is just to further his campaign.
And throughout the number of hours it takes you to pull all this out of the water, Zoe, I'll have you make a perception check as well. Fire, you find 3 silver pieces.
Ooh, I'm rich.
Um,
Oh my god, shinies too.
Yay, shinies!
Shinies.
Rizwin, you find
Shinies.
8 silver
Shinies.
pieces and 4 more gold pieces. And Amalus, you find 3 gold pieces and 7 silver pieces.
Did we start off with any cash? I didn't have any on my sheet.
I'm assuming just whatever
Yeah, whatever it says in your
the character
background or
creation thing.
whatever. Yeah.
I have 8 gold pieces to my name.
It's not an insignificant sum.
No, it's not. But again, Kamil is not someone who gives. He's the person who goes to the inn and orders the cheapest meal and sleeps in the cheapest bed.
Yep.
Because that is sufficient to his needs.
Money is shiny.
Mm-hmm.
You're a druid. What do you care about money for?
I don't care about
Shiny.
money. The coins are shiny. That's the important part.
Okay.
Really, the silver coins aren't that shiny. They're pretty tarnished.
So silver tarnishes very easily.
Zoe walks over and casts prestidigitation on it to make it shiny.
Okay, now it's
Yay!
Stop
So
farting
shiny.
everywhere.
Okay, I'll try.
So moving forward, we eventually clean up the lake.
Yeah, you after a few hours you sort of send one person in to the deeper parts to make sure you've got all the armor, and you're pretty confident that even if you've missed like a piece or two, it's not going to.
It's so
I-
insignificant it won't matter.
Yeah.
I cast detect poison just to be sure.
All right. This water is still pretty poisoned. It's going to take a while for it to clear out.
I mean,
Well,
aside
we're
from
cleaning-
throwing in a shit ton of charcoal, there's nothing much you can do.
Yeah.
And we don't have several tons of charcoal around.
No,
We did last game.
It was 3 pounds, alright?
That is not enough. That is enough for maybe a person.
Yeah.
why did we have so much charcoal?
I don't
Don't
remember.
worry about it.
I remember, but anyway.
Mhm. So yeah,
Come in handy.
you feel confident in your clearing out of this lake.
Yay! Still, they need to not drink this water for a while.
Everybody looks over and Zoe has a cup in her hand. Wait, not drink this?
No, this is very bad water. Like lose your hair, bad water.
Oh, that's important. Pours it back in.
Like I think I would like to Pert to see this lake. He would know how much time we will need to clear out. He can do numbers. Ah,
All right, you save some for Pert,
what?
or
No,
you just
water.
okay.
No. So don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't worry about it. So you all set up for the night in this damp, dark cave with all
Even
of the shattering bones.
Can
Mhm.
we not sleep here?
Our
In the
friends need
tunnel?
rest.
In the tunnel, it's easy to
How
defend.
long did it take us to get here? Can we just go sleep outside the cave? Seems like it would have only taken us maybe an hour to get this far in.
Not even that long.
Without the fights,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay, let's sleep outside.
All right.
Outside where there's the chattering of Pert.
Back in the cave.
Back in the cave.
Just as we start to get close to the edge, You can start hearing them. It's like, maybe we'll sleep in here.
Well, how do you want to work it then? We'll start at the beginning of the cave again in the morning.
Sure.
I
I'm just
guess.
going to drag you all over here. But first, we have to do watch.
Yeah.
So you're setting up right at the mouth of the cave? Okay.
So 3 of us have night vision, 3 of us on each watch, or 1 of us on each watch.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever else wants to join the dark vision people, I'll take last watch.
First watch.
I'll go first.
Okay, so
Second.
Zoe and Rizwin on first watch. And
Yep.
Amalus and Pert, I guess, on second watch.
On fire! Fire!
And Fire and... Oh, Amalus and Fire on second watch, and then Pert and...
Right, and I'll just tell Pert to shut up.
Yep. Alright, Zoe and Rizwin, make me perception checks.
Oh yeah, because these go so well for me.
Oof. Zoe, you keep swearing that you hear the clattering of teeth behind you, and you look around and you don't see anything there, and
It's Pert sleeping.
you settle back down. And
It's the sound of his pen writing that you're mistaking for teeth clattering.
Neither of you notice anything in particular. Second watch rolls around. Amalus and Fire.
Hey.
B.
Alright. Fire, at one point you could swear you hear wolves howling. But they sound pretty far off.
I don't know back.
You do not howl with them?
No.
Okay. You look up and it's almost a full moon.
Neat.
Is there anything you'd like to do on watch?
I guess not.
Alright. Camille and Pert.
Yep.
Camille, roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because Pert's not here. Pretty quiet night.
Pretty quiet night. I'm just gonna take a second, if that's okay, just to run to the washroom.
Yep.
Like, I'll be in like a minute and a half, not even.
Yep, not a problem. Cyrus, I apologize for the dead air.
You could always pause for a second. Of course,
I
then
could.
you might do what I do and forget to start again.
Yeah.
How about whatever that music service that's shutting down, is that one that you use?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not like they're supposed to be launching something next week that will replace it. And instead of like a database that you can search, it's just upload your own. Which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but once it's done, it should be done. And I also would have to do a lot of my own music going forward anyways as I start to get out of video game soundtracks and doing other stuff.
Right.
But video game soundtracks.
There
Do
will
you-
still be video game soundtracks.
I am back.
Oh, sorry, Costa?
Do you have any? Do you use Spotify for it for this?
I do
thing?
not. Their Roll20 has a thing that's going away soon called Fanburst, and
Yeah. I heard that. Just because I wanted to use sound for my music for my real game, in real life, but
Sure.
I use SoundCloud normally. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Bye.
We can talk about it later. All right, so
Good ambient music, though. I'll say Two Steps from Hell. They're a good band.
Oh yeah.
yes. Oh yes. So yeah, morning rises. Nothing seems to have happened in the night.
Back in the hole.
Back in the hole.
Out of nowhere, we now have a canary.
This torch is dead.
I was gonna say the oil. We didn't turn
Yeah.
out the lights, so the oil is burnt out overnight.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to just follow the right hand rule?
Yeah, that's generally what I do. Although
All right.
we kind of know
left and live.
we know what's down here. We knew what was down here, but
We don't know.
no. But the cultists were down here with Zoe, so I'm gonna assume that maybe their base is down.
If Zoe starts to get near her,
Wait for the people. Wait for the people.
her
Yeah,
spot, she's going to
Mhm.
be really resistant to moving into it.
you'll be fine.
Shall we just do a quick sweep then?
Ama.
All right. Make me a perception check.
Freaking disadvantage.
Hey,
Not bad.
Sorry, what's going on? My sister was talking to me.
Make
just-
a perception check.
moving down
Where-
the other tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're walking down the first tunnel.
Because the snow is being weird.
Oh yes, it is snowing at your area of the world.
Thankfully not as bad on this side of the state, though.
That's good.
This is to make fun of the other side of the state for trying to ban studded tires.
That seems
Mm.
dumb.
I know, right? But the Seattle and the eastern side of the state doesn't get snow very much, so they don't think about the the western side doesn't get snow very much, so they don't think about the eastern side that has a completely different climate.
So do what Ontario does. If your car is licensed in one area, you can't have them, and if it's licensed in the other, you can't. I can have studded tires on my car because
they're
it's still
trying-
registered in
They're trying to
Ontario.
ban it for the
Or not.
entire state.
Yeah, well,
That sounds dumb.
You
put-
live in mountains, and that what?
Anyways,
I don't live in mountains.
Yeah, anyways.
This is the state, but regardless.
okay. Fire, you notice as you're going down this corridor, it almost feels like it's getting a little bit colder.
Huh. Chilly.
Was it cold? If you said that out loud, was it cold like that beforehand?
Not that you noticed.
So down? Where was the thing before?
I'm gonna rely on my wisdom or intelligence, whatever you decide, Jamie, to remember where Zoe was.
Wisdom? You're pretty sure if you go down, that's where Zoe was.
We're not going down.
Okay.
Does anyone mind if I just do a quick run through down there just to make sure it's clear?
You can.
I do that. Do you want me to actually go through moving my token down there?
Yes, I do.
Oh, darn.
You want me to go with you, just in case.
There's a thing.
There is a thing. It looks at you in surprise,
Guys, there is a thing.
Well,
and then
not
turns
gonna move
toward you.
until Jamie says I can move or initiative happens.
Yeah, we're gonna roll initiative.
Dang it!
What? Why did my initiative not roll?
Wow,
Oh,
I
there
have
it goes.
because it's being laggy. I can't roll for
It is-
crap on.
It is being a bit laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none of my actual useful things are rolling well, but my initiative's great.
Your initiative's great.
I
We're
assume
missing
there's
one
some form of
initiative.
Crying.
We're missing Mist.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird because
No, don't do this thing again. Ugh. I seem to remember us having this problem before.
Well, no, that problem was that we could see it, but you couldn't. But it for some reason didn't add me to the initiative.
That just happens sometimes, even if you have your token selected.
There we go.
So, I
You're
prefer
gonna want
that.
your 18. Yep,
Yeah.
It
Well, it's
doesn't
still the
change
same. Yeah.
that's true.
Assuming nothing else gets added to the initiative.
Yeah.
All right,
Remember what? Okay.
Zoe, you're up first.
Did I hear somebody say anything?
Yeah, I said the thing. There's a thing here.
God damn it. The fuck do you want? Eldritch Blast. Whee!
You're panicking a bit, and it just goes wide.
Speed casting might be a bad idea. Also, why does it have a 1? How many of them are there?
Well, she rolled initiative twice, so at least 2.
No, I rolled the initiative twice because the first initiative wasn't showing up.
Oh.
I didn't realize the one.
Emilus!
Fuck.
Scoop my way past, and I shoot.
You shoot. That hits.
Ignore the hunter's mark. I forgot to turn it off.
Alright, your arrow goes sailing towards this thing and it hits and it sails right through. You think you might have done something?
Something.
It looks a little disrupted.
Yeah, but your arrow still went right through it. Alright, you see this almost ghostly figure float up towards Rizwin, who's the first person
Wait.
it sees.
Hold there, cowboy.
Your spores, like, surround it, and they just can't seem to grab anything.
What? But it's necrotic.
It's incorporeal or incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
But necrotic. Okay.
And it's going to reach its hand out to Rizwan.
God damn it!
That's awful.
Make it
well, it's a lower. Yeah, okay.
You make the Constitution saving throw, though, so your hit points are not reduced, or your maximum hit points are not reduced.
Yeah.
Just your normal hit points.
Let's kill this fast, please. Shillelagh to the face.
All right. That hits. My music.
Take this.
All right. Your staff just goes sailing through its face, and you expect it to go straight through, but you feel like it almost impacts something.
Hell yeah.
Shillelagh's magical bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Camille.
10, 15, 20, 25. Fuck, you guys are in the way. That's as far as I can move. And I'm going to, since this one seems to be getting hit a lot, spells.
As a point of order, generally we have played that you can just pass through this base of an ally without a bonus. Is that
Well,
still-
I mean, 30 is my maximum movement.
Yeah, you can't get there anyways, so.
I'm going to lay my hand on Rizwan and give them protection from evil and good. So it is now at a disadvantage to attack Rizwan.
All right.
assuming
Excellent.
That it's undead.
And cannot be
Probably.
possessed.
It is undead.
There's one thing a paladin knows is what's undead and what's not.
I'm concerned slightly about that possibility of possession as well.
Yeah.
Rizwan, it's your turn.
Can I just kind of... I assume at this point I've noticed that physical attacks are kind of not doing much.
They are doing something, but it's not like hitting a solid object.
It's like dissipating smoke by waving a sword through it.
Yeah.
Can I just do a quick scan around the room, see anything that I can see within range that might be a tether for this thing, or something
Make a perception check.
useful to make it go away? Okay. Wow, I didn't know my dice went that high.
Nice! As you kind of glance around the room, you can only see so far into it, but there's like a number of barrels and an overturned crate. And in the corner, right over here, you see what looks like a corpse.
Is it with
Okay.
the corpses?
I mean, you can't see it, but if there's a corpse in there, it probably
We left a
is.
couple corpses in here.
So I will tell you all of what I want to do, and you tell me how much I can do it during this turn.
Okay.
I would like to move over to the corpse, pull out my tinderbox and a torch, light it, and then try to light the corpse on fire.
You can do that, but you will have to move away from this specter and take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So, what, like right here?
Yeah, right about there. And it is going to reach its hand out to you as you run past it. At disadvantage!
Disadvantage.
Haha.
And totally
Um,
whiffs.
Another point of order, and I guess it would be stupid to rewind time at this point, but how high is the ceiling where we are?
Right here, it goes up to about like 20 or 30 feet.
Oh, okay, so I would have had my glaive out.
Yeah, it's a little mini cavern here.
That's probably everything I can do.
Okay. So you use your action to like try and light this corpse on fire. I don't think it does anything.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, is
Out
the
of
corpse that
character.
this
It
Victor came from?
it howl. It like you can see it like howl as you basically desecrate its body, and it looks really mad. But you don't think you hurt it at all.
Way to be
at
a
least
good
I
tank.
kept its attention.
Yo yeah.
He's
Zoe.
not the tank. I'm the tank.
Yeah, you can keep thinking that. Zoe takes a couple steps back. Fuck, nope, fuck, nope. Lifts up her hand and eyes glowing, Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
That's what happens when you have an angry little girl.
Yeah, your Eldritch Blast just goes straight through its torso and like takes a whole bunch of it with it, and it mostly reforms, but it definitely
I killed
looks
you once, I'll kill you again.
less than it did.
Point of order, I think I killed it.
I don't know, depending where we are. I killed a lot of things in this area with a wooden stick.
Amalus.
Well, I don't think I have anything better, so I'm gonna just shoot it with an arrow.
Alright.
Some damage is better than no damage.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Some damage is better than just pissing it off further.
Yeah, your arrow goes like straight through its head, and it's just barely manages to reform itself. It is looking very see-through. Alright. This thing, like, you guys have just peppered it with shots, and it is more pissed off at Rizwin. So it is going to move away from you towards her. Fire, take an attack of opportunity.
La poop.
That hits. It has 1 hit point, it doesn't matter what you roll. Your staff goes
Aye.
through it, and it lets out a scream as it dissipates and does not reform.
Well, that wasn't sneaky.
And you all don't move yet,
Oh, sorry.
because as you're all congratulating yourself, you see another one come out from the wall, drift towards Kamal.
Humanity.
No.
That, yeah, that hits. Hold on. Where's
Make
my
me a
character
saving
sheet?
throw.
Constitution, right?
Yes.
And
That
I
succeeds.
do not take as much damage as you think from that.
Excellent.
I take 4, because I am resistant to necrotic damage.
Very good.
Say you see
You shine a bright light.
you see it sort of grasp onto me, and it kind of almost recoils, like it doesn't grab as much as it could, because it just, I'm guessing it just feels like the divine within me and just kind of recoils from it.
It burns it, almost. Oh, this one's dead, sorry. That hits.
Yay! I thought
Oh.
not.
Also, I need to do another con save for concentration.
Yes.
Nope! You are no longer protected from good and evil.
The sight of this thing just coming out of the wall and hitting
Yeah,
you.
it just startles me.
Yeah.
Bonus action, healing
Oh,
word
my bad.
to Camille.
Sticks? Okay.
Very nice. Camille, it is your turn.
I am gonna attack it with my flail. I'm not gonna hit it.
No, you do not. It just drifts out of the way of your attack. Rizwin, you get the sense that they're fighting something else behind you.
If the sound of the flail cracking against the wall wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I can't see. So I'll move to where I can see that it's another specter.
Uh-huh.
And so that was 10 feet. Do I see anywhere near me another corpse that it looks like this could belong to?
Make a perception check. You look around frantically and you don't see another corpse.
So I'll use the rest of my movement to go there. And attack.
That hits. Alright. You slash through it and you wave the smoke out of the way. Zoe.
Shoo.
Didn't just kill. No. Lifts up her hand again and Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
So yeah, really don't piss off a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Another step back and casts healing light on Rizwin. Rizwin is still hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's slightly more than half.
Half
Nice.
6.
Thank you.
Amalus, there's a specter in front of you.
I guess I will drop my bow and pull out a short sword.
Alright.
Since it'll probably be about as effective.
It's looking pretty hurt after Zoe's blast. You might not need much. That hits. You're rolling really well, holy shit. You slash upwards with your short sword and cleave it in two, and the two halves just gently drift apart and dissipate.
Yay.
Now don't move.
You wait for something else to come out of the walls.
Yes, we wait.
You wait like 20 seconds and nothing else appears.
Okay, now
So
we move.
if anybody looks over in Zoe's direction, you just see 2 pair of red glowing eyes.
What about not going to the place where there are ghosts?
Well, I mean, if we're clearing this cave out, we have to go to all the places.
There you go.
Okay. So,
Right.
you're okay with this?
No.
Are you following us or are you staying there?
As she says no, she walks in.
I mean, I'm
All
cool
right.
with everybody hanging back. I'll just swoop around real quick.
So, as you say this, and everybody follows you into the cave.
Yeah, basically. Is
Um,
there anything shiny about?
Shiny.
make a perception check.
Things I'm historically great at.
There is a shiny thing in the corner, and then you realize, oh, it's the fire I made.
So the body is still burning.
Yep, and
While it's still burning, I'll just look through it anyway.
sure.
Pockets or whatever.
Make an investigation check.
Oh my god.
You rifle through its pockets as it's on fire. Doesn't seem to bother you too much, but you don't really find anything. We'll wait for Mist and Cathanid.
Okay. I will just position myself on the way back out of this particular room.
Mm-hmm.
As you position yourself, you feel the weight of a quarterstaff hit you in the back.
Like, aggressively?
Annoyed? Not actually trying to do damage, just trying to show annoyance.
I poke you back with the butt of my glaive.
Poking time! I poked both of them repeatedly.
I poke fire.
So it takes away your light.
Too much poking.
No, my
Oh.
light!
Overload.
So he doesn't have your light. So he has Rizwin's.
That I suppose is fair.
So he doesn't take away your light. She's just really annoyed.
Yeah, Zoe definitely does not want to be here.
The rolls clearly showed that.
Miss, you're back, right?
We're just waiting for Cathanid. Welcome back.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We were busy having a poking fight.
Yes. So, Kamel does not have to roll to know that the other body is over here.
Because I made that body.
Yes, you did. But there do not seem to be any more specters in this particular area.
So something still here, or it could have been this at the same time as it was sort of activated and found that animated those bodies, or it could have been residual at a guess.
If Camille points out that other body, I will also burn that one.
All right. Are you going to investigate it too?
Yeah, not particularly concerned with
Make
which
a
order
roll.
those things happen in.
Uh-huh.
Investigation, I assume?
Yes. All right. You do not find anything.
Okay.
Take a quick look through the barrels as you go by. One has lantern oil in it. Another one has rations.
So is there something to collect lantern oil with?
I don't know. Do you have something to collect lantern oil with?
A lantern?
You may put the oil in your lantern.
Maybe it works like a spawn of water on.
Yeah, I assume
Minecraft.
there's like some sort of scoop or something. I don't actually know how you put oil in lanterns, so.
From a flask.
You rub it.
Well, you take the metal container that the lamp oil came in, you pour it into the hole, and somehow still manage, no matter how careful you are, you spill it everywhere.
Yep.
We're
You
moving
can
this
have-
direction.
All right.
Yes.
The others seem to be moving on without you. Again.
I mean, I assume we're moving as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight, left, or right?
And if we're following the right-hand rule,
Yeah.
I've never heard of this right-hand rule. I always heard left and live.
The right just
Doesn't
go
matter
right.
as long as you stick to the same wall.
Mm-hmm.
I figured as much.
Oh
Right.
yeah, here's the.
Yeah, you come to a bunch of bedrolls just laying out in the middle of a tunnel.
What?
Yeah, that's where they were sleeping.
You were sleeping here?
No, the cultists.
Oh.
Anything shiny as we go past?
Make a perception check.
Christ on a stick.
Nope. Nope.
Zoe is keeping detect magic up.
Okay, you don't detect any magic as you go by.
Having that as a free spell is both bullshit and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
that was the collapsed thing we saw earlier.
Yet you all see this big X that's been drawn on the floor.
And if we go up, that's going to lead back to the main part of the cave, big cave. Yep, there it is.
Okay.
Right.
So shall we come?
Was there a tunnel that we just went past that we haven't been down, it seemed like?
Yeah, down? Yes.
Back this
Mhm.
way?
That,
Yeah.
yeah.
Decent one.
Well, that's where we came from.
No.
Oh, sorry, up, yeah. That's
Right.
also
Yeah.
blocked off.
I think there is
it looks
another
like
one.
it looks like the tunnel's collapsed right here.
Okay.
So we
then
go
there's
back and we go left.
One more. Yeah.
I imagine like doing this rapidly and then suddenly skeletons in front of you.
So we'll go right from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, my arrow keys messed up.
It's okay.
Where did we go?
A wall.
Okay.
I didn't know you could do this with arrow keys.
Yes.
What? Oh shit.
Yes, you come to another dead end. Looks like. Make a wisdom check, or make a survival check.
Just
in
anybody? Or...
I have the.
Anybody who's proficient.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm not proficient, but
Okay.
I just have.
Amelis, you're pretty sure that this is likely the same boulder that you guys came to that had the symbols on it?
Boulder?
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing we saw before.
Are there any symbols on it?
The boulder glowing.
Make a perception check. You don't see any.
Digits at least.
The boulder is not glowing.
And wasn't there one more path?
Yeah,
that
this
was
one.
back here. Yeah. Over. So this is. Okay.
Okay. And then
Oh no,
going-
and we already went this way.
And there wasn't any branching path here? Yeah, there was one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We didn't went
Oh.
up.
Which one did we take before this one, right?
No, I don't know.
You went up, so this is the one you haven't been.
I assume this will just loop back around to the boulder again, right?
Yep.
Makes-
This is the collapse. Let
I
me. Now that you have seen it all. Oops. No, come back here.
Now we've seen it all. You're going to reveal the whole map to us?
Alright, does that show everything?
No.
No.
Damn it.
Oops. There's something wrong.
Yes.
Oh wow,
thing
if I
is-
scroll down it moves the...
I'm going to try refreshing and see if that fixes it.
That's fine, I put it back on. You've seen everything there is to see here.
Okay.
Zoe waves everyone back away from the boulder, from the collapse.
Are you going to do what I think you're going to do?
Yep.
Oh boy.
I also have something for moving rock.
Oh yeah,
Zoe's moving rock is Eldritch Blast.
yeah.
I have Thunder Wave.
Zoe doesn't use spell slots to do this.
True that.
And even if she did, Zoe gets them back on short rests.
That's a
Make
big ass
What?
boulder.
Once
make me a roll.
Rizwin gets the fuck out of the way,
Oh, sorry.
Zoe puts her all into an Eldritch Blast and gets a 2.
2 twos.
A 22. Alright, you blast, and your blast goes, like, into this pile of rubble about 5 feet, and then just gets dissipated. You can now move 5 feet farther in as the dirt and rocks that were stopping you.
Rapid shot.
Alright, just give me 3 more rolls.
Once every 6 seconds, just bang, bang, bang.
Oh,
Alright, you have expertly managed to clear away this debris. And I can't turn this off, I don't think. Maybe
It's
I
okay.
can. Dynamic lighting.
We can use the
So-
theater of the mind.
oh, I'm seeing something. I can move.
Yeah, we can move
Yeah.
through the.
Yeah.
Yes. You're out on the other side.
But have we
Zoe takes
seen?
a sit.
This is something we have not seen yet, as far as I know.
No, I think we saw it.
Isn't this the
Make a
where-
survival
where
check.
Ama.
Amalus, you see your own footprints on the ground here.
We've been here before. This is where we were
Maybe you
before.
As I see it, I see 2 paths. Just doing the same breaking thing with the. Ooh, I can
We've been there before.
with the boulder.
The only thing we can think of is if we can somehow move the boulder.
Everybody make a perception check.
I can go outside the map.
Zoe's laying on the floor and look with her eyes closed.
This is pretty appropriate. Fire and Amalus, as you're standing in this area that Zoe cleared out, you can hear the ceiling creaking. And you're like,
Uh-oh.
oh, I should maybe
Uh-oh.
not be standing here.
Uh-oh. Jumping out.
Both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Amalus, you dive out of the way, but Fire, you're not quite fast enough. Take
Good night, guys.
2 damage as a rock
Oh,
falls and
okay.
hits you on the head.
I was waiting character death.
Is a tiny rock.
Just a little boulder.
Can I
But
look up?
you all get the sense now that maybe standing in a place that had collapsed before is not a great idea.
Yeah. I want to go back to that boulder and.
Yeah, I think the boulder is passing this hole. It's the closest way to the boulder. What?
Going back the way you just came is the fastest way to the boulder.
Really?
Yep.
I just warped through the walls.
Yeah.
And then down.
Yes.
All right.
Alright, you are back at the boulder.
Zoe's currently working on a ration.
So what's our objective here? I mean, we've cleaned out the cave of hostiles. We've ostensibly purified the water, and like we're done here, right?
Maybe we should put the key against the wall, against the
Yeah,
thing
I'll
with the
try that.
room.
There's a key.
Out of
Zoe is
character.
going out of the cave.
What key?
The orb. I'm going to touch the orb
Ah.
to the boulder and see what happens.
All right, so you pull the orb out of your pack. It's still wrapped in this.
Yeah, I'm
Cultist cloak.
never ever touching it with my bearskin.
All right, and you press this orb up to the boulder. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay. Do I get? I'll use the charge of divine sense just to see if this like rock is consecrated still, or if it's just a rock now. I'm assuming that the.
Yeah,
things-
it's just a rock now.
So, home and beer?
I'm just. Can I do an insight as to why they would have defaced it? Just like out of anger, or
Sure, roll me an insight.
like would there have been a reason why they would have done it, or is it just out of like undead anger?
You think that there might have been some magic in these symbols? And by... You know what? Make me... Oh god, what would this be? Make me an investigation check.
So
That's
Zoe
not
did
the
have
one I
a look
rolled.
at those
Sorry.
earlier and would have shared her information about them
Okay.
being weak in magic.
Taking your time to examine the marks in the rock, it looks like there were, like, each of the symbols has been crossed through once in a very straight, clean line, and then there's all of these like scrapes and scratches and more jagged marks through them. So it looks like somebody went through first, crossed out all the symbols, and then maybe the skeletons came by and started like
Just-
scraping at them more.
So something that was here did this and is now no longer here.
Like perhaps the cultists.
Oh, yeah, I guess they. Yeah, that. Does that strike me as something they would do?
Yeah, if there was some sort of magic warding this place, then they would probably want to break it.
And, okay.
Question.
Even more than that, too. If you just saw a random symbol of Sheras scrawled onto a rock, wouldn't you want to scratch it out?
Yeah. Question. When you guys left here, were there any cultists left?
No. Aside from the one we took with us who is now dead.
Zoe,
Yes.
I once told you that you had seen 8 separate cultists, and you have now seen 7 dead cultists. So there's theoretically one of them still out there in the world somewhere.
At least in
There
this
might
cell.
be one left.
Maybe we need to go outside and try to track tracks.
That makes sense, yeah.
Make a...
I missed it. Well, remember, it was the cultists, yeah, I mean, they would. They're dedicated demons, of course, they would scratch out anything, or just deface anything that belonged to a god, especially a god of light. You know.
Yeah, everybody just make me an intelligence check.
Well, the intelligence in this group is off the charts.
Huh? What? Eh?
Rizwin and Camille, you think that if you want to know more about this orb, you might have to, like, go find some religious records or a library or something.
That seems intelligent. So basically, what you're saying is, we're done here.
You're done here.
Okay, thanks.
Go away, please. Get out of this cave.
Mission accomplished.
We're gonna hang the banner and everything.
I would show you the entire thing if I could figure out how to turn off
That's fine.
dynamic lighting.
That's fine. So there was no head cavern where the cultists were congregating that might have had information or anything that Camille would be interested in.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, you know this cult well enough to know that, like, a cell like this probably wouldn't have a lot of information for you to find. They would have just been told, go do this thing.
Right.
And leave as little trace as possible.
Okay, well, I'm going to suggest then that we leave and we maybe head towards a city that has a temple or church to one of these three gods. That seems like a good plan.
I guess mostly out of character, I'm going to suggest that we also take a long rest.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming that that's something that's going to happen as we travel.
Yeah, specifically to see if our little half-elven friend decides to show up.
Sure. Yeah, let's rest outside again and move on in the morning.
All right. So you all go outside, meet back up with your friend who's been keeping guard. It is like midday.
Oh, well, we get some traveling towards.
Yeah, we make some traveling time.
Yeah, you have a cave, or you have a
maybe back to the main road.
Yeah, you have a camp that's a few hours away that you could.
Okay.
I guess it's a little past midday. You've been wandering around that cave for a while, so you can make it back to that.
Okay.
That camp that you had.
Yeah, the one with the dead cultist in it.
Mm-hmm. So you make your way down this path towards the camp with the dead cultist in it.
Zoe's gonna go over and check to see if the dead cultist is still dead.
All right.
And was this one in the count of 7 that we've had?
Yes.
Okay, so we'd probably.
Yeah. So.
I mean, one of you survivally people can look for tracks, but
Yeah,
as you're all setting up for camp, now that you're back down to that place, and Zoe goes over to make sure that the cultist is dead, make a perception check.
Ooh, time for another 2.
haha. Sorry, was that all of us or those people?
Just Zoe and anybody who was going with her.
Okay.
We never did share about this one, so Zoe wouldn't have
No,
Zoe just goes off.
I thought she meant everyone.
No,
Sorry.
so Zoe just kind of goes off on her own a bit. Zoe, as you get closer, you hear a noise down from where you tossed that cultist body. And you kind of peek around the trees down this little slope, and in the light of day that is just starting to turn to sunset, you can see 2 humanoid shapes crouch down, and then the smell of death hits your nose.
Bolt! Nope, not getting captured again.
Hang on a second, I need to make a roll. That's not the one. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just rolled 2 natural 20s in a row. Alright,
Goodbye, Zoe.
as you start to bolt back to camp, you can hear those figures stop and then see them turn towards you. And I would like you and everybody else to roll initiative.
On a side note, thaumaturgy, really loud yelling, "Help!"
Hey, a double-digit
Alright.
initiative.
Now I need to put some battle music on. Zoe, you're gonna be up here-ish. You don't want to be too close.
Sorry, I was trying to stay away from the camp.
Oh, I see what the problem is.
Oh, come on.
Cthulhu monster.
Wait, did that show up? Okay, we're good.
Why my initiative is so bad?
Why is my initiative not happening at all? Oh, there we go.
I see 1, I see 2.
Lots of undead this week.
All the undead.
Isn't this an undead campaign?
We don't know that.
Might be.
Alright.
I might be undead.
I mean, some of us
Amos,
were
make
glowing
a-
sparkly magic.
Amos, make a perception check. All seems well. Zoe has not had time to call out for help yet.
Taru, I need help.
Alright.
We haven't rested, right?
Nope.
Indeed not.
And 30 feet. This thing comes running up to you on all fours with this big long tongue hanging out
Gross.
and lunges at you and tries to bite you.
Dodge roll. Failed.
Not a bad roll.
2d8. Jesus.
It clamps down onto your leg. You feel searing pain.
Short. Ow!
Everybody at the camp hears Zoe cry out.
Yes, and then we hear the shrill screams of someone in pain.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do, Zoe?
Am I grasped or just attacked?
You are just attacked.
Disengage, run to camp.
Alright. Zoe comes running up the ridge.
Monsters.
Rizwin!
I charge
Healing
you
light
with
on
my
self.
glaive.
Checking to make sure I can do this.
This makes me very happy.
Why are you on here twice?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, that's weird.
It is weird. I only see one.
Does
I don't think
anybody see if I can heal myself with this?
You can heal one creature you can see. You can see yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see yourself? Your true self?
Zoe's burning both her healing dice on herself, because holy fuck, that hurt.
Have
That's
you
fair.
taken a...
I can do I have
Rest?
3 of these.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, you're right.
Glad I burnt both of those.
Alright, Rizwin, it is now your turn. You have moved.
Yes, so I run back the way that I see Zoe running from, and glaives are reach weapons, so
Yes,
I
they
take
are.
advantage of this.
Alright.
With a 12.
That misses.
No. How scary does this thing look?
I mean, it looks pretty gross.
Well, I mean, we're about to go to bed anyway. Action surge. Do it again.
Damn it, music. That hits.
Have some damage.
Alright, you slash into this thing's flesh. And
Aw.
it smells like... It smells bad, yo.
Okay, yeah, I guess that worked. It rolled a 1 and then re-rolled a 9. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. That's my turn.
Good job. Camille.
I move 10, 15, 20, 25, and move as far as I can.
Okay.
Prepare myself for combat, because this is about all I can do right now.
Alright. Fire!
I also move. Uh, Why not? How hurt does it look? Not at all.
No, it's
Took
been
13.
it took a fair chunk of damage.
Yeah, but that 13, it's a lot or not? For him.
It looks we'll say about half.
We are about to sleep. I'll cast Shillelagh and activate my spores.
Alright.
Spores get activated. I have glowing lights around me.
Alright. You see the second figure lumber over. And it's going to attack the
Wait
one
there.
that doesn't look quite so heavily armored.
Wait there.
I wait.
Spores.
Holy shit. And save. Alright. These things just... You see your spores burrow into this thing's flesh, and they seem to be pretty happy in there.
Apparently highly susceptible to farts.
Yes.
Yes.
But it is going to reach out to you with its claws.
Oof. That hits. DC 10 con save.
Yes.
Why everyone has things?
Undead, man. You make it.
Well,
You can feel your muscles start to seize and tense up, and you just manage to shake it off.
my spores glow and dissipate right the same instant.
Sorry?
My spores deactivate because
Oh,
of the
okay.
damage.
Alright. Emilus, you can now see things happening between the trees.
Do I have a shot from here, or do I need to move closer?
They will have 3/4 cover if you try to shoot from here, so they'll have +5 to their AC.
Where would I have to move to be able to see? And then not have quite so much cover.
If you go in here, you could get down to half cover, which is +2 to AC. But the trees are pretty thick here, so you're gonna have to get close if you want a real clear shot.
That's close enough.
You're probably right. Which one are you shooting at?
Which looks the most dangerous?
They both look pretty dangerous. This one over here looks a little larger.
I'll shoot the larger target.
Okay.
Or not.
That misses. It just gets stuck in a tree branch overhead.
No, it goes right between both of them.
Alright. This thing slobbers over towards Rizwin
Bring it on.
and is going to lash out with its claws.
Ooh, jeez.
And give me a Constitution saving throw.
Haha.
Not a problem for you.
I mean, it's still a little bit of a problem. With damage and whatnot. I'm very bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like below a quarter bloodied.
Alright. Zoe, as you look back towards your group fighting these things, you see movement off in the trees, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of crossbow bolts come shooting out towards the little one. 2 of them actually hit.
Wait, at the zombies?
Yeah, this thing... You see 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of the back of its head as it just slumps over dead. Zoe, it's now your turn.
So we now assumes we have backup. And comes back very annoyed about having to run. Moving through the forest. And casts... Her eyes go white and casts Guiding Bolt at the remaining thing that hurt her.
Alright.
And misses.
It strikes a tree right beside it. And the tree now glows with celestial light.
The tree is very much glowy.
Yes. Tree is very hurt. Rizwin!
Do I see the direction that the crossbow bolts came from?
It came from over here somewhere.
But I don't see any obvious source.
Make a perception check. Behind a tree in a grove a little ways away, you see a humanoid figure. It looks like a woman who's pulling arrows or pulling crossbow bolts out and knocking them into a crossbow.
Okay, I just see the one.
Yep.
Alright, I will actually move. No, I will not actually move. I will just swing my glaive at this thing. I will not hit it. That's it.
Alright. Camille, there is now a dead ghoul in front of you as Rizwin's swinging at this ghast and missing.
I'm going to step over the dead ghoul, and I am going to attempt to smash Ghast.
Alright.
Nope.
Oh my god, you guys.
It happens. That's
It does.
variance. That's variance. For every 11 we roll, I could roll
Yep.
20. You never know.
That's how statistics work. Alright. Fire, you're up.
Cure wounds to Rizwin.
Really glad
Jesus.
Zoe's not the only healer because she's out of spells.
That's
Better than nothing, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
not a lot, sorry. Bonus action, hidden step, I turn invisible.
Alright. Make an insight check.
Damn!
Okay, you think you're pretty hidden from this thing. Oh,
You're
oops,
not, but you
that's
think
okay.
you are.
Yeah,
That's dead. Emilus.
I'ma try again.
I believe in you.
I believe in a thing called love.
That was one of us.
Oh
Wow.
no. Yeah, these trees are just the death of you. You can't seem to get a clear shot with all them moving around.
The trees are moving around. The trees have an infamy for the tree I killed before.
Yep. Alright, I forgot to do this last time. So Rizwin, Fire, and Camille. I
You.
need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
I can do that.
smell.
Ha ha ha!
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
definitely do that.
Like a fear.
Rizwin, you are just like overwhelmed with the stench of this thing. You are considered poisoned
Ooh.
until the start of its next turn. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay. I didn't hit last turn, so no.
Yep.
It's all good.
This thing, now being surrounded, is going to lash out at the last person who went to surrounded, which is Camille.
Yep, that's fine. Nope.
It just rakes off the armor. Another series of crossbow bolts comes flying out of the trees towards this thing. And it too falls over dead with 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of the back of its head.
Yay!
I step over to Rizwin and lay on hands, just infusing you with energy. You get 10 hit points.
Ah, thank you.
Right.
Why
As
do
you
I
all...
have 2?
I don't know. You probably accidentally clicked something.
Confusing, infusing, whichever.
Okay. As you all collect yourself after this fight, you see this figure step out from the trees, load another crossbow bolt, and keep their crossbow raised in your direction.
I turn back visible. Hello.
You see...
Lower my shield.
I get
Zoe tucks her.
defensive.
Zoe pulls her hat down.
Alright. You all see an elven woman standing before you. Graying blonde hair pulled back in a tight bun.
Graying hair, she old.
She's got like... As she moves closer, you can see there's like crow's feet wrinkles around her eyes. Her features are very sharp and severe, and her eyes narrow at you. Just stares a few seconds, and lowers
Sort
it.
Okay,
And she
I'm
turns and walks away, back into the forest.
Not positioning myself then.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not. If she wants to walk away, I'm not gonna stop the angry woman with the crossbow.
Good night.
I'll just say, yell at her, thank you.
You don't hear anything.
That's fine.
She just moves through the trees. And then the rustling gets a little too far away for you to hear, and you seem to be alone.
Investigate the bodies.
I was gonna say investigate and then burn them, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Zoe already has a torch.
Too many burning.
Roll an investigation.
I will assist him. He gets advantage.
Ooh. Ah, dear.
All right. The cultist body that was here, much to your surprise, since nobody ever told you, has been thoroughly eaten.
Ugh. Wait, the cultist body made its way back up to the camp?
There's a body of a cultist, you assume.
Yeah, that's him.
Looks like the other cultists that were in that chamber. But yeah, there's big chunks of flesh missing. It smells rotten.
And he has a caved-in rib cage because Zoe blasted him.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
He deserved it.
I believe you.
Zoe's upset about it, but he deserved it.
But, like, anything shiny and then burn.
All right. You don't find anything shiny, anything interesting. Do you
Okay.
burn it?
Absolutely.
Do you burn the ghouls as well?
Everything that's hostile and or vaguely undead.
Sure. Make a Arcana check.
Ooh.
Or, sorry, a religion check. No, my bad. Because
Okay.
they're undead.
Same roll. So
Okay.
11.
You get the sense that these are undead that feast on living flesh, and it might not be a good idea to leave bodies lying around.
I was intending to burn everything.
Yeah. But yeah, you set them on fire. It smells real bad, yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, of note, I don't put them in our campfire. I drag them a ways away and
Yeah.
do a different
Okay.
fire.
Alright. You drag them down the hill a bit, set them on fire. It's still, you can still smell it at your camp.
Yeah.
But after a while, the wind washes the scent away.
Cool.
Constant prestidigitation.
And it is night again.
First watch.
Third watch.
Was it Zoe and Riz went on first watch? Okay. Give me rolls. Jesus Christ, you guys.
It was a long day.
It has been. It has
When we start making intimidation and persuasion checks, I'll be all over that.
been. Yeah, you two are both just a little too shell-shocked to be paying attention to your surroundings too much. Anything you'd like to do?
Just fiddling
Alright.
with keeping my hands busy.
Yeah.
Zoe is doing laundry. Magical laundry.
You're doing everybody's laundry?
Fuck no.
Alright.
I don't think my clothes have ever been clean.
Do
They
you
have
even
to.
care? Just pat you and mold flies off you all the time.
Pretty sure I've already said once that Zoe's reached out and cast prestidigitation on you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well.
So
Yeah,
second watch perception time?
Yes. Alright, as the night passes, is there anything you two wish to do while you're on watch?
I wish to make more arrows.
Alright. Roll me wood carver's kit. Let's say you have 5 more arrows.
Yay!
Towards the end of your watch, you hear wolves howling again. And they sound a lot closer this time.
Them wolves sound hungry.
Yeah. Hunting season.
Tonight's the full moon.
How normal sounds those wolves?
Make a nature check.
Hey!
They do not sound like wolves that you've heard before.
I assume that also means they don't sound like the wargs.
Yeah,
They do
Right.
not sound like the wargs.
but not the wolves that I know either.
No.
Huh. I'll communicate that to the group when they wake up.
So they're just a different species, or
They're different. I don't know. There doesn't.
okay.
As
I'm gonna-
you're
I'm-
changing watch, the 3 of you can make one more perception check.
3?
Do you want me to make
Oh.
one for?
Yeah.
I'll just do it with advantage.
Sure. Alright, Cathan, you kind of look out, or Camille, you look out into the darkness,
Mhm.
and you think you see something moving. You look a little closer. Amulis notices where you're looking, and he looks a little closer.
Mhm.
And you think you see a person peeking out from one of the trees.
Obviously, a person, or like
Like a humanoid figure. It's still pretty dark out. And you have light with you and you're staring into the darkness. That doesn't help. Even with the dark vision.
I just say, "Come out."
Is that loud enough to wake up the rest of us?
Yeah, he's not a subtle person. It might
Just
it
give
might
me a
even be
sec.
like I'm assuming if I'm doing watch, like we're at the bedrolls and I'm like sitting by the fire,
Yeah, we should probably.
and I tow whoever's in front of me awake while I stand up.
All right, you see a little more shifting. Hang on a second. I gotta look something up.
Zoe is shifting away because she's cold. Nobody else claimed it.
And you see a small figure poke its head around the trees, and it looks. You think first it's like a child or maybe a halfling. Then it gets closer. It's like the face is almost elongated, and it almost looks like a wolf person.
Buh?
Because it is a wolf person?
And as this figure gets closer, you see those wolf features start to shift and recede. And they're still like you basically hiding behind a tree halfway. But now you see what you think is a halfling staring out at you.
Halfling werewolf?
Hello.
Halfling druid?
Could be either.
Hello?
Hey. Good morning, I think. Are you the one owling?
As you're staring at this halfling, you see two more figures kind of come through the trees. Two more like wolf people, and one of them goes up to this halfling and like shoves them behind them, and they're both like standing in front of this halfling or kid towards you with like menace.
Also say hello.
I make it very non-threatening gestures.
Make a persuasion check. Rizwin, you would know that Selene, who is sort of the main goddess of worship in Astoria, is the goddess of good aligned werewolves. And like there's stories of werewolves that sort of roam the area, but you've never like actually known any or known anybody who's seen them.
Would I have any sort of knowledge of a way to communicate knowledge of that to them? Like some sort of greeting from the church or something that would put them at ease.
Yeah, like a greeting of the church or calling the name of Selene would probably put them at ease if they are also followers of that particular deity.
I attempt to do so.
All right. And when you speak the name of Selene to them, they kind of relax a bit. And one of them stays in like hybrid form, and the other shifts. And you see a human man, very dark-skinned, dreadlocks, tall and muscular. He says, "You shouldn't be out here. It's not safe."
We
I
know.
sort of gesture towards the
The fire.
place, well, the other fire. where we burned the corpses. So I apologize if our smells have disturbed you.
He kind of looks back at it. You should not disturb the forest. Go back to your city.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
we are kinda in our way to do that.
I mean, it's not our city.
No, that's not. That's true.
He just kind of stares at you for a bit.
Do you want to stay and take breakfast?
This halfling, which you're sort of now assuming as a halfling child, peeks out from behind the other werewolf at the mention of breakfast.
Hmm.
And then a hand just kind of like comes down over his face and pushes him back.
you're obviously native to this area. Do you know anything about a cave to the whatever compass direction? A cult has recently desecrated it and tried to steal. And I pull out the orb. Steal this from.
Ooh, that's...
He kind of shakes his head. Is that where all the undead came from?
Yes,
You did this.
the cultists did this.
We cleaned the mess the cultists did. Or tried to, at
Well, us
least.
taking the orb out of there caused them to actually leave. Then we did it.
This cult has caused pain and destruction all over the land.
May I see that?
I'll hold it out.
Gestures to the orb.
I wouldn't touch it with your bare skin. It killed the cultists that touched it.
He walks up to you. He has no weapons, from what you see. He's a little bit bigger than you are.
I'm just exuding an aura of calm and,
Yeah,
I'm not.
and he
about
looks
to
at the
aggressively-
orb, and then grabs it with his hands. Nothing happens. He turns it over. And gives it back to you.
Zoe is kind of going off to look at the child.
I think you're all...
Completely uninterested in this conversation.
Alright. The other werewolf is like very much keeping themselves between you and that child.
She holds up her hand and just gives a little wave. As one who does not look human, she is interested in others.
He gives a little wave back before being ushered back behind the other werewolf.
I'm assuming it's like a mother, father, and child.
Perhaps. It's not unreasonable to think so.
Okay.
The man gives you the orb back, and
Do you know anything about this?
maybe.
Any information would be helpful in helping us prevent this from happening and spreading.
He regards you for a minute, and looks around at everybody. Perhaps you should come with us.
I just nod.
Wait, but...
One of the others might know more.
Before or after breakfast?
He kind of rolls his eyes and says, "We can go after
I
breakfast."
roll my eyes with him. I just give him the "I'm so sorry, my friend is an idiot" look.
It's all right. Perhaps we will take you up on that offer of breakfast.
Yay.
So he makes breakfast.
All right.
You all may be poisoned.
I'll help you. I don't actually help you, but I'm with you.
Was that enough for a long rest at this point?
Yeah, they will.
They'll stay with us until
Yeah,
we're ready.
yeah, they'll stay with you until you're ready. They kind of like go off, and you can hear them sort of going around the area. And then in a couple hours, they come back. Wait with Camille and Pert. I'm sure Pert's gonna have a lot of questions he wants to ask them.
All of the questions.
Anytime Pert says anything, I just kick him.
Yeah. So, as your watch ends and you all start to make breakfast, we will call it there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yay!
You made friends! Werewolves!
Werewolf friends. Fuzzy halfling friends.
Furry friends.
I will say, just before I forget, you see all three of them like in their normal, like their non-werewolf forms, and it's two humans, and it definitely looks like a halfling child. So it's probably not their kid.
Okay.
Well, could be adopted kid.
Just from the
Yeah.
same circle of...
BRB.
Adopted one way or the other.
I'll ask the annoying question. Level? Yes, no, maybe so.
You did not level.
Fair enough.
Aw.
Next game,
Maybe. Who knows?
probably.
That fight, and I thought we would have left.
There's a thing that has to happen before you all can level.
Yeah, Pert has to be here.
No.
Yeah.
So
Ranger has to get their beast.
Did we level up?
You did not level up.
Dang.
Next week, assuming I can give Mist a cat.
Kitty!
What size cat?
Big kitty.
Mm,
I was always partial to bears as ranger pets.
This is Mist.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
yeah. It was never not going to be a kitty.
I mean, it could be an actual cat.
It's just a house cat.
Yes.
Or just like a very medium-sized lynx.
I have plans.
Ooh, plans.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
Are you using the improved Beastmaster?
We are. I'm actually trying out a different somebody's homebrew of Beastmaster.
Okay.
So Miss has the document. It's kicking around somewhere.
Nice.
What do I get at level 3?
I get spells and
Mhm.
channel divinity.
I annoy Jamie when I ask for an owl.
It's fine. I've accepted my fate as the leader of this menagerie.
Just wait until 5th level when I get a horse.
God damn
Just-
it, you guys.
Just wait until 6th level when I get 3 zombies.
Okay, I'm going to stop this recording now.
Okay, on that note, I need to go get food.
Yeah, me too.
Go get
I'm
food.
very hungry.
Okay, I will catch you all
Alright.
next week.
See you next week.
Yeah, good game.
Next week.
Good game.
Excellent
Yeah.
job, Jamie.
Thanks. Glad you had fun. Glad nobody died.
I am continuing to have fun.
I apparently tried to really hard.
I was definitely under half health with one hit.
I was never under half health.
You
I'm
were under half elf?
discovering-
Yes, half elf.
I'm discovering Rizwin is a little reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the reason why Rizwin is not the tank. I took defense. I'm going shield master.
I am the tank.
I
You are
am
not the tank.
I am definitely looking forward to Sentinel though.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The
That'd be awesome.
attacks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.